Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
Long awaited, Danny. Fucking back.
Long time, baby.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's see. Can you hear?
I can hear.
You can hear, right?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. You just kind of ruined it, but that's all right.
Now entering the ring from Somerville, Massachusetts, 6'4", 285 pounds of devastating red-bearded Viking muscle, 37-0, 35 by knockout, Matthew Fitzy.
All right, now that took...
Hey, the Viking fucking shit that you just put in that was a banger.
Listen, I was getting fucking amped up. Fitzy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Third fucking member.
Permanent member of the cast.
New co-host. Who this?
Yes, sir.
When I did that the other night,
that was a banger.
so I got this thing.
That just got me fired up.
Like when we did the political ads,
Yep.
I have this subscription to this thing that I underutilized, but we're going to do a lot more with it. That's how I made the Jump Town, the
Fake
pull the
truck?
cork truck and all that stuff.
Food truck?
All the sound effects. So I'm like going through it. I'm looking for like Celtic music first.
Yeah.
And then I look up Viking. And I hear this thing and I'm like, oh! I'm like, if Fitzy ever had a
No-brainer.
fucking wrestling intro, this would be fucking
That's a
it.
no-brainer. That's
This would be
fucking
it.
dope.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
people
man.
want to know how it happened. So
Long time
it was
coming.
a long time coming. It was also interesting because I was watching. I watched this. There's a thing called Bob Does Sports, since these guys all play golf together. They're fucking funny. But they have a guy that joined them up. There was just two of them, and then one time they were doing a Zoom. They were a podcast like us, and they had a Zoom during COVID. And like one dude was called Fat Perez, and they were like, "Who is this fucking guy? Like he's got long hair. He's a fucking sitting in his office just crushing beers." And they met up with him, and it turns out the guy's a +2. He's like a fucking sick golfer, and he's a hot shit. And they were like, it just was organic. It wasn't like we met him because we thought we wanted to get him on the team. It was just like we liked him. So
Yep.
I had texted Danny. I'm like, hey, I've been thinking about this. We got a good thing going, but I'm like, I think Fitzy would be a great addition. And he's like, I'm with him. You want me to just ask him? Like,
Oh, that's when it happened?
yeah,
You didn't
dude,
talk
it was
about
not.
before then?
Never been talked about.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's what that me and Danny. It's like telepathy.
That
you know
was
what I mean?
literally as organic as you're going to
That's
get.
unbelievable.
yeah, I was riding a high for like 2 days after you guys asked me.
I love it.
Asked my wife. dude.
Hey,
I was
before somebody
pumped.
scoops up your talents, you know what I mean?
I know.
All right, so we returned from vacation. We missed a fucking show, which has not happened ever.
No,
I had the worst
but-
fucking internet.
Dude, you know what, though? Think of all the heavy hitters. Every one of them have repeat shows.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, I wasn't like
Everyone's
I wasn't feeling,
entitled to a vacation.
I
Everyone's
wasn't feeling
entitled to a
bad
week
about
off.
it. I wasn't feeling bad about it. Plus, I didn't also want to do like a Zoom and then be like, this thing sucked,
Right.
And then feel like we got to put it out. You know what I mean?
And
Because
it's
we had
been
never tested it before.
over a year for you guys doing every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
So
Si-
that's a
well, 60. Well, over that 60. This is.
Well, that's what I mean.
Oh, you know what episode this is?
69, baby.
Ah! What a reason to fucking celebrate. Jesus Christ. By the way, I said this on the old show. Most overrated sex position in the fucking world. 69.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knows what's going on. If you don't match up height-wise, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fucking mess. And it's like, am I enjoying getting blown? Am I doing my job down here? It's like when they say you can't multitask.
Yeah.
Like, because you really can't concentrate on two things at once. Like, it's fucking...
It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Oh, by the way, when I was in Maine, I had Tommy, my
Still
son.
funny, though, that I'm 35 and I still laugh every time I hear the word
Ah,
69.
it's fucking great, dude.
It's like fun.
Yeah.
Still
It's-
hilarious to me.
Yeah.
There was a Kama Sutra book at this antique shop. You know, like they show draw the sex
Yeah.
positions. So my nephew, I'm like, hey, this is a fucking good book. You should check it out. He's like coming through. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Back from vacation. Vacation was good. I got stricken with diverticulitis.
Google that immediately when you text me
Yeah,
that.
it's
Never
my
heard of it in
sister
my
gets
life.
it. Like some people get it in the hospital. I got it mildly, but enough that it was super uncomfortable for a couple days. And I told Fitzy I wasn't going to drink or eat bad for like 2 weeks, and by Saturday I was drinking again.
What'd I say?
You said, yeah, you're feeling
I said,
not
I know
feeling
you
good.
don't feel good, but let's not talk fucking crazy.
And you couldn't have been more right, because I am enjoying a cold beverage right now.
You almost came and met me at Treehouse.
That's why I started feeling better. And I'm like,
fucking 3 drink tickets a killer though.
that sucks, dude.
They're like,
Kind of
get in and get out.
Really?
Spend your money and get out of here.
There's a limit there?
3 drinks.
That kind of sucks.
That's
dude.
weird.
It's how they do it at every single one. I've been to the sandwich one down the Cape, and Charlton's the same way. They rotate people. They want people in and out. And the funny thing is they got Tewksbury cops manning the parking lot, not to catch people, strictly so that if it fills up, he holds people at the entrance, and once someone leaves, he lets someone
Holy
go
shit.
through.
What a fucking police detail that is.
I know.
I'm just testing his levels, but should be all right. Yeah, so anyways, it was, I started feeling better, obviously. 2 weeks is too much, dude. I can't do 2 weeks.
It's a long
fucking
time.
after a week, Tommy was like ready to turn into a pumpkin. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking hot in there. The whole family was there the first week, so you get your whole crossover family. So, like, you got built-in shit for everybody to do.
Yep.
They all left. Kept my nephew up there for a couple days. Then we drive him home. Tommy came by the house just to check on it, and Tommy, like, getting up his room, he's like, I don't want to fucking leave here. Like, AC's just cooking, like...
No ACs up there?
No.
Oh,
That's tough.
Yeah, it was a
That's
struggle.
tough.
It was a struggle.
The place we go just got an AC last year, and it's a game changer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fitzy, do me a favor. Pull that mic close and talk into it a little bit. Just give me a little...
How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's perfect. There you go. That should be good.
just kiss the thing, Fitzy. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get some new mic arms in here soon. We're going to get some new mic arms.
The ones where I can lean back and just fucking.
Yeah,
chill.
exactly. Like Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna fucking stand it up. So, anyways, yeah. So it was a good vacation. That was fun. I got super cocked the first week, obviously, almost every day. Which, by the way, it's no shocker. I ended up with this fucking stomach condition after I'm like just fucking cranking down like whoopie pies and fucking guzzling high noons, basically stone colding high noons all over my fucking head.
Straight off the diet.
Yeah, just not even fucking close. You know what I mean? By the way,
It's a good time, though.
It is.
it was a great time. My buddy Panuzzo, who's my my health guru,
Yeah.
he has access to like my fucking Fitness Pal and all that shit. He sent me a text like a few days ago. He's like, "How we doing?"
Yeah.
And I was waiting for it. I'm like, I was off for a little bit, but now I'm back on. I did tell him I was going to eat super clean for 2 weeks. I've eaten very clean the last few days. I worked out every day. I'm having a couple beers. By the way, this is your beer.
It's all right.
So you can have that next. I didn't mean to open that. Sorry.
My whole week and a half vacation, I went right before the 4th, and I didn't close one circle on my fitness app. I didn't track any meals. I was off the rails for like 2 weeks, and
Everyone's
I was,
entitled.
Yeah.
I was only on vacation for a week and a half, but I continued vacation, drinking and eating for another week after I got back from vacation.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, it is what it is. You know what I
was
mean?
like a cool
Man is
down
only so
period.
strong
Yeah.
in the face of... by the way, let's talk about some fucking W's this weekend.
Oh,
Can we
there's a
do
couple.
this?
There's a couple.
There's a couple. You go first.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You got it.
So, my nephew, Eamon, my godson.
Great
kid
name.
is-
Great
yeah,
name.
Great name.
Not many
He-
fucking Amons I know.
Yeah.
No.
He, my buddy used to coach him in baseball. He used to call him Babe Ruth. Because he's like, kid loves having a shirt off. He's got a gut on him. He just fucking loves himself. Like, just dances around, no shirt on,
Love
not
that.
fucking good fuck. First baseman. Melrose played in the U10 championships for the whole state. Down 4-0 when I got there. Was in Milton. Now, driving to Milton, as we know, might as well be what?
Pensacola, Florida.
There you go, right? But I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going down. I got to go see this shit.
Yep.
My dad was down there. My mom was down there. My sister was down there, obviously. And they played Westfield. Fucking talk. I go, first thing I saw one of my buddies, my buddy Adam Dennis, I go, you know what the best part about this? Even if we lose, we don't have to go home to Westfield after
Yeah.
this. Talk about some fucking trash
Fuck
people
that.
right there. If you're from Westfield, sorry. Anyways, so they were down 4-0 to start. It's only a 6-inning game,
Right.
so it's like, they fucking grinded back, dude. Grinded back. And fucking Westfield started getting tight. And by the way, I have no, people are like, they're only 10. Should you say that? I'm like, they fucking wimped out. What do you want me to tell you? That's
Right.
what happened. They had the game in their hands. They lost it. Melrose won on a pass ball, run it home.
Wow.
What a way to
In
fucking
the 6th
win.
inning.
Crazy.
In the fucking bottom of the 6th.
Yeah.
So now they thought, like I had said to my sister during the game, I'm like, oh, does this mean they're going to Rhode Island? She's like, oh, I think this is it. And I'm like, then they're like, no, they're going to Cranston like next weekend. Isn't that like the?
It's got to be like the regionals.
Yeah, the regionals, right?
Yeah.
But you said he's 10?
Yeah, I thought they didn't
it's
have.
I think it's 12.
It's 12,
No, it's 12
for that, right?
for the Williamsport. So this might be like it for them. They
Yeah.
might just go to New England's and that's it.
I think that's what it is. I think
Yeah.
they go to Cranston. That's it.
What
That's
an
still-
experience for the kids.
That's awesome.
It's
Sick.
It's so good.
Yeah. And he called and he thanked me. And I said to him, like, you know what's good about this for you? And he was like, what? I'm like, I can finally will admit that you're my nephew because you're a winner now. I go, so I finally fucking tell people you're a winner. But they were unbelievable. The one thing I will say is, you know, they're like, don't fuck with like, don't fuck with people from Malden or don't fuck with, don't fuck with a mother, like whatever.
Does anyone say that?
You
Don't
heard-
fuck with
you
people
heard
from
it.
Somerville, you know what I mean? Don't fuck with Little League moms.
Oh, yeah.
These women, dude, I was fucking nervous. Like, these Melrose, like, listen,
Dragon ladies.
you know what it is? Women, sports moms, with their, especially I think when their boys are playing, sorry, I'm just going to say it. Like, they are like fucking on that shit, dude. You would have thought it was like, they were just like fucking, it was 4 days in fucking October. Like,
Yeah.
they were going fucking ape shit. But God love it, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awesome. There's so many high-pitched screams, I thought like my ears were going to blow out of my fucking drums
Right.
when they ran that back. But you don't want to fuck with these women. That's all I'm going to say.
So I got a pretty similar story to that about, their moms and, sports and whatnot. So my son had a flag football tournament. We talked about it in our text. It was supposed to be Saturday. It ended up being Sunday. It was up in Exeter, New Hampshire, Exeter High School. Beautiful high school. It's like a fucking campus.
Yep.
You don't even see the football field or anything like that. You got to go around the goddamn world. Anyways, I get over there. There's a 13-year-old kid telling me it's $10 to park there. Was not happy. It's a high school fucking parking lot,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
is flag football.
Yeah, what
do
the
we do?
fuck?
I was
Yeah.
not happy at that. Didn't have any cash on me. He's like, oh, you can use Venmo. Sure, let's do it, right? We get there. Plenty of fucking food trucks. Not Denali, unfortunately, but plenty of food trucks. Egg Roll Cafe, blah, blah, blah. There was a bunch of them. So the team that Brendan played for, he's on the younger side of like the 12-year-olds that play. So long story short, there's multiple Northeast Elite teams. He's on like he's 12. He just turned 12 in January. So most of the kids he played with are 11. And then they have a bunch of 12-year-olds that are about to be 13. So he's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
One of the older kids had to bail out. So Glenn went one end, who was a nationally fucking ranked team, right? Glenn's team. He was like, hey, we want to bring Brendan up for the game. I'm like, you're fucking right.
Nice.
So we played. The first game was at 2:30. Second game was at 4:30. None of these games were on time. They had.
And you were there early, too, right?
I was. He wanted to stay there at like 1. So I left at like 11:30. It's all right, an hour up.
Yeah.
I was there all fucking day. It was 85, slight breeze. It was beautiful.
Yeah, as they say.
It was a long fucking day. There was 2 semifinal games, which is unheard of, but whatever. One of the games, and this is where I'm going to talk about the moms, right? So we're playing against like the other rival from like our area, and they're a good team. They battle back and forth. Either they win or they win it, and the parents fucking hate each other.
Really?
It's literally like it's not a good idea when they're around each other.
Yeah.
Well, I know it, but I'm usually in the back burner just watching the games because Brendan usually doesn't play in this team.
Yep.
Well, a kid on Brendan's team makes an incredible catch in the end zone. Fucking like OBJ, Randy Moss, one hand in the end zone to take the lead. You hear this voice, let's go! And some fucking douche canoe bitch screams at me, there's a kid on the ground. Right hand of God, I did not see the kid on the ground.
Yeah, of course.
And I would never fucking celebrate if a kid was on the ground because I'm not an asshole.
Of course.
I was like, I didn't even finish the sentence. I'm like, I didn't see the kid. And 4 moms right behind my back. We're not starting this shit. We're not fucking doing it. We're not doing it. And I'm like, whoa.
What was happening?
Dude, it was about to be.
Who were they playing?
Was she on? They were on your side?
They were on my side.
all right.
They were
What
on
was
my
the city?
side. They're all like,
like
around
regional
us.
type stuff? Yeah.
So the team that we're on, it's pretty much kids that we know, and they've been playing either tackle or flag together since they were 5 years old. They're tight knit. This team, they have a tryout every year.
Yeah.
They travel just as much, but they literally, it's kind of like a money grab.
Yeah, I get
Whereas Glenn, Glenn knows talent.
Yeah.
And he's like, this kid is very good at tackle.
Well, that's why he loves Lily Pease. He knows talent.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's always been animosity. And, like, a lot of kids that, like, wanted to play on, I'll say, whoever wanted to play on Glenn's team, and Glenn's like, hey, we got a full roster.
They go there.
They feel a certain way. They try out, they make it, now they're rivals.
Yep.
And a lot of these kids play tackle together.
Sure.
Whether it be Malden or Lynn or wherever the case may be, Lawrence, whatever. And it's just, the animosity is so fucking bad. And I couldn't even believe it, like, that this lady had the fucking balls. You don't know me from a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
4 moms just fucking barking like pit bulls. It was great. And I was like, at least I know I got a squad behind me. So we end up winning that game. Then we go to the finals, and it was a battle. And we ended up winning the championship yesterday.
That's fucking money. You saw the pictures of the rings.
Sick. Dude, and they get some weight to them.
Yeah.
That is sick.
Yeah.
That is sick.
So,
Rings are
so
sick,
pumped.
dude.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. So
Rings
they
are
had
sick.
So he's not even on that team.
he's not a
normally.
no. So that was like the cool part about
That's
it too.
huge.
That's
for him.
awesome.
Yeah. So like the like finals, he got like minimal burn, and I was totally fine with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the kid played
Yeah.
four games. He was like the lowest man on the totem pole for this team. He got a couple catches. He did all right on defense. I was totally fine with like, buddy,
And
if
he
you
gets
don't-
a ring.
and he got a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Sick.
dude, everything was great until the ride home. And I'm like, all right, fucking 53 minutes home. We're cruising 95. I get on the Route 1 by the Cabaret. Deadlock.
You're lucky you made it down 95.
Oh, 95
was bad.
No, 95 was fine. Fine.
What time?
This was at like 8 o'clock. I didn't get home. I didn't
Okay.
walk in my door. At 8 o'clock, I left New Hampshire. Oh, I lied. Probably like 8:30.
Yeah.
Left New Hampshire. 9:30 arrival. I didn't get home until probably 11:15.
Oh, God, dude.
And I was in Danvers or Peabody right there by 9:15.
Let me ask you this. What'd you eat on the way home?
So we're on 95, and I called the wife and I'm like, hey, did you cook? And she's like, no, I didn't. I was like, all right, are you hungry? Nope. It's all right. Me and Brendan are grabbing Taco Bell on the way home. It's right there, Route 1 South.
Money.
Dude, the minute we got off,
Close?
no, it just took us a half hour or
Yeah.
so, 45 minutes. I'm salivating. I'm
Yeah,
starving,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
All I want is Fiesta potatoes and a number 2. You know? And we finally get it. And all it was, dude, this is what drove me fucking bananas. So from, you know what I'm talking about, the 95 exit
Yeah, I
of the
know what you're talking
Cabaret,
about.
there's that set of lights. From that exit to the set of lights, maybe another quarter mile to where it goes underneath the tunnel. It was down in one lane because they were fucking painting the Jersey barriers. It wasn't an accident. It was 2 guys working. There wasn't even a fucking police detail. It was just cones everywhere. I was fuming, dude.
It's fucking brutal.
Fuming.
Brutal.
Finally get home, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat this shit. And then I just couldn't fall asleep. I slept like 2 hours last night. I'm like, I had 2 C4s this morning. I'm just like,
You're just on it. Yeah,
and I just like,
You'll
oh,
sleep good tonight.
I didn't even want to like drink it, but I was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a celebration. We're gonna have a couple
it's
quarters.
Fitzy's. We're breaking it. We're breaking it. By the way, big announcement too. We forgot about at the front of the show.
We didn't forget.
No, I mean, you want to save it? We'll save it for a little bit.
Yeah,
later.
that's fine.
All right. Before I forget, as we were on the subject of, I turned to my father during the game. Right, there's 4 umps. First of all, I mean, it's a big game, I guess. Right,
Yep.
there's 4 umps. Like, if they see like a skinny guy who's like Italian, are they just like, yeah, you can't be an ump? Because like apparently to be an ump, you gotta look like Brian Dennehy. Like every ump looks like Brian Dennehy. Like my father goes, yeah, they all look like the Irish guys with a shit tank on them that have a fucking
See,
drinking
when
problem.
when I played Little League, dude, we had a ump. His name was Tony. He was the most skinny looking dude you've ever seen in your
I'm
life.
talking about at the highest levels, though. I think at the highest levels, you gotta look like Brian Dennehy. Like Brian Dennehy looked like an ump. Like if they made a movie called The Ump. By the way,
I'm just thinking of fucking Tommy Boy, him croaking.
he looks like an ump.
Yeah.
If I get another bulldog, I used to have a bulldog at one point. If I get another bulldog at some point, I'm calling them ump because they look like bulldogs. They look like fucking bulldogs. They all look the same.
Well, they wear the pads on the chest protector
I know, it
under the
adds to
thing,
it.
so it adds to it
yeah,
as well.
I know.
So I was in Maine yesterday,
Yeah, for what?
and that's why I was asking you about 95 because it took me on 101 all the way to Manchester.
That's right. I was on 101 to go to Exeter.
All right, so maybe you went. Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's fucking 5 minutes from where my campsite was.
So we went.
101 West.
We went 95 north.
Yeah.
Hampton
all the
exit.
way up to but then we went to we were in South Berwick, so we didn't go Route 4. We stayed on 95. We were there coming home.
Go to the zoo, bro.
No, we had a baptism.
Oh, that's right.
So You want me to do my weekend real quick?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Friday night, we get invited to
I gotta tell you about Friday night.
a neighborhood family's house. My son goes to kindergarten with their son. They have a younger daughter. I have my daughter. So they're all playing together. Sporky Pizza.
Yeah, baby, let's talk about it.
From Cal's Brick Oven in Reading.
Yep.
Add sauteed onions.
Ooh.
Dude, it was fire.
Dude.
Really?
Unbelievable.
I had a Sporky Pizza on Saturday when I stayed home because Christy was going to Walmart and didn't come home until 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yeah. I was
From
fine.
Walmart?
621 again?
No, dude, I'm on a mission
Yeah.
to try different Sporkies.
Bertucci's is done, by the way, up on Route 1. I noticed that the other day.
Yeah, but Bertucci's is also done because it's like, I don't know, $34 for a fucking pie.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
wild.
So I tried
North End can charge that price.
Yeah.
Not their
Yeah.
satellite locations.
Right. But
Come on.
they had, I tried Malden House Pizza, and on their Sporky, they had pepperoni.
Okay.
It was good, but
Is there still sausage?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They just add
pepperoni.
They call it the Russo.
Okay.
Dave Russo.
Yeah, the Dave Russo. But they have 621 still wins, and I'll tell you why. Instead of dollops of ricotta, they do like the cake funnel, and they make a swirl. So
Yeah.
like every bite, you got a fucking little ricotta.
Oh,
in there.
nice.
Dude. It's bomb.
Yeah.
So Cal's in Reading.
Yep.
I would highly recommend it.
I will.
And we added onions, and it was bomb. So I was hammered that night. The guy gives me a stogie. I smoke a cigar that night. I was.
Do you smoke cigars a lot?
hungover. Never. Never. And I mean, I do occasionally.
Yeah.
No, never. I
Yeah.
don't buy them.
Yeah.
He was just like, he's like, you want a cigar? I was like, yeah, I'll do a stick. I was
Yeah.
already hammered.
I'll do a
You know.
stick.
And
Throwing around terminology. I
yeah,
love it.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then so I did that, and then next morning I'm like viciously hungover. But then another family.
How far up in Maine was this thing?
So that was Friday. I'm not even at Saturday.
Okay.
So another family Saturday night, same thing. Kids go to school together. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you want to come over for pizza?" And so my diet was out the window. Friday
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Saturday
that's-
night.
it is what it
Beers,
is.
pizza,
Summer,
whatever.
summertime.
It is. Yeah, it's summer. I was crushing it last week. So we do that. Same thing. The family from Friday night ends up moseying on over at like 9:30. So we end up staying until like 10:30, crushing beers, right? And I'm like, we got to get out of here. We got to be up in Maine at 9 a.m.
Ugh.
for a baptism.
You have to be there by 9?
Yeah, the
Oh.
church started at 9:30.
Oh, fuck.
So we go home, get the kids to bed, and I just pass out. 8:15, my wife's like, you got to get up. 8:15. We're an hour away. She's like, you got to get up. She woke up, made salads, made all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
prepped for the whole day.
I mean,
Yeah.
fucking warrior.
I get up, I get in the shower, and I'm just like, oh, this is going to suck. I felt like I was going to puke on the ride up there.
Yeah.
But we get up there, roll into the parking lot at 9:28.
Perfect.
Walk in, we're like, yeah, hey, I'm here. Sit down in a pew, try to fall asleep.
Hopefully no one catches you snoozing.
But traffic was so bad that it took us through New Hampshire west and then got us on 93 and came down 93 home.
Oh, something must have happened during the day then.
That was at like 2:30.
Yeah, I was just getting fucking
Yeah, so
settled in.
you lucked out because I heard 95 was an absolute parking lot.
Let's hear about this full Taco Bell order though, real quick.
The top
Fiesta potatoes, just number
potatoes.
two?
Yeah, so normally I go with the number 7, which is the quesadilla.
Yeah.
But I just wanted tacos. So number 2 is the three taco meal.
Yep.
I got that. Brendan was like, I'm only going to eat 2. I'm like, I'm going to get you the meal. It's cheaper. Because if you get 2 tacos and a drink, it's more money. It's
Yeah,
Might as well get one more.
Smart.
Guess who ate fucking 3 tacos? Shithead.
You did, yeah?
Of
Well, of course you did.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was really normally like we'll go like crazy and get like the family style.
Yeah.
12 of them, just crush them on the way home.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
By the way, so this year up in Maine, to Tommy, we went to the beach a lot, right? It's not a dig on Tommy that he has alabaster skin. I mean, he has like I might as well be like fucking like Italian as a day is long compared to him. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
he's just fucking jet white. So years passed, right? He got burnt wicked bad when he was a little kid, and he used to wear a swim shirt all the time, right?
Yep.
So he wore swim shirts till like last year, till this year. It was the first year his fucking. I said to Maggie, I think this is the first year I've seen his fucking body like since like he was like a baby.
He's been working out.
Yeah, no, like
why he
so he's
wants
been
to take
working
his
out,
shirt
right?
off.
Because he's been fucking putting in his work, right? Kid looks like I go sitting there with my brother-in-law Steve, and he goes, Jesus, he goes, Tommy looks like Kevin McHale walking up the beach. He's like an inch taller than me now, and he's like got those like long fucking like Rob Williams types arms, and he's got the hair.
Scratch his ankles
like,
without bending over.
and he's got the fucking hair. You know what I mean? I'm like, he looks like Kevin McHale. I just died. I'm like, what a fucking reference. I go, I gotta get him a McHale jersey.
Yeah,
How sick would that be? A fucking throwback McHale.
He'd love it.
Oh, by the way, Bobby Froyo. Me and Kevin Bauer were in here the other night.
That's why. By the way, that's why Brendan played, because
Of Lorenzo?
Renzo had to go to like some like pro kicking camp.
Yeah, of course.
So
Me and Kevin Bauer were in here the other night, and my neighbor Ryan came over. And when me and Kevin Bauer talk to each other, it's like we're talking.
Yeah.
It just bounces. He's like, dude, how can you guys keep up with like what subject is coming up next? I'm like, it's the whole fucking point. So on that thread, Bobby Froyo, I almost put this on Facebook under his like because he was at that pro kicking camp or whatever.
Yep.
What is Bobby Froyo gonna do when Notre Dame comes knocking with the best deal they've ever seen? Like fucking
he's not gonna have a choice.
Danny Gillis. How much fun would that be?
He's not gonna have a choice, buddy.
I can't wait to see his comments on this on Facebook.
I can't wait to see him just donning the blue and gold.
Bobby, I want you to leave a voicemail next week about what will happen if Lorenzo ends up going to
He'll
Notre
fucking
Dame.
with bells on. He'll look like Lee Corso on Saturday morning. Fucking leprechauned out.
Biggest ND kid you've ever seen in your
fucking
life.
fraud. Real quick, Friday night, I had my niece Michaela's birthday. 30th birthday party at a place called, I've seen it on Phantom Gourmet, Buttermilk and Bourbon.
Yeah.
It's on Calm Ave. Doesn't look like where a restaurant should be. It's like right next, all along those fucking, Cosby houses.
Yep.
The brownstones or whatever. She rented out, my sister rented out a like private room. It was as big as this garage.
Yep.
And they tried to fit 30 people in there.
Oh.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I will say though, the food was fucking
Bomb.
It was a real small menu. It was like all Louisiana fucking
Nice.
like inspired.
Yeah.
Their drinks were all bourbon. Like they didn't have they had regular whiskey, but like bourbon's their thing there.
Yeah.
So I had like this fucking chocolate cherry smoke bomb thing.
Yeah.
It was
I think I
fucking
saw it on
I saw
Facebook.
that.
Yeah.
fucking bomb.
Yeah,
Like
it's good.
I didn't expect like that's how it was gonna come out. I was like, he was like, it comes in a rocks glass. I thought it was on the rocks. Nope, nice and neat. Came out with the smoke, and I was like, holy fuck.
Nice, dude.
And it tasted like a literally, the chocolate covered cherries,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
candy. It
Yeah.
tasted like that.
That's awesome.
And then like you're like, wow, this is the candy, and then it's like whoosh, and your fucking
yeah.
chest exploded.
How good is that though?
That is.
That feeling is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the best feeling.
Yeah.
in the world.
I think I have a problem.
It was a I would definitely go there again, but at least I know now like what to expect.
Yeah.
I would never get that room though. Never.
No.
never,
Yeah, that's
never.
wild.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out. We got new Patreon members, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
Let me just read them off here because a couple of them came in while we were away. And so hold on.
Dude,
Fucking Paul Doobie,
Paul
lifetime member.
Dewey is texting me right now.
lifetime member. Cork legend, aka Pat McCarran.
Dude, Mulkey was he was already a Patreon member, I thought.
I don't think so.
Oh, all right. That's my business
Junior
agent.
Corker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my dog.
Matt Hersey, who's my UPS driver.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Fucking
he's-
legend.
He
He
might,
actually is not anymore. He just informed me because I got to get him a shirt and shit.
Yeah. He might be they might be on the line, dude.
He's a
Seven
Cork
more-
legend.
seven
By the
more
way,
days.
here's a couple
Yeah.
things real quick about Patreon because I just want to bring this up. Because now we're getting some. I got 23 members of the Patreon. Couple things. We got those Cork Legend stickers which we sent out to everybody, right?
Yep.
But I forgot about all the tiers I made because when I made it, like I don't know, I had to recheck it. So
drink
everybody,
a lot, Brendan. It's
yeah,
all
we
right.
drink a lot. Everybody who's a Cork Legend, the $20
this
a month
out.
guy is getting they get an in-person show, right? And isn't it fucking just perfect that the first person to sign up as a Cork Legend was Andrew Fontana? So it's supposed to be 6 months, but we
Yeah.
know Andrew Fontana's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So sometime in like August or whatever,
Yep.
we'll get in touch with the big man,
Well, we-
little man,
we
the
do
Espresso
have-
Martini King.
We do have to talk about the Patreon party too.
So I've already been okay.
I had
so
a few notes on my phone,
all
so
right.
I
So
wouldn't
here's the
forget.
thing. I sent this on Patreon, but I forgot to mention because I've been Bane. I'm thinking about Pat's game
Oh.
in here.
Okay.
I'll smoke a couple pork butts. We'll do pulled pork sandwiches. We'll get a keg. We'll do it up. And we'll do there's a 1 o'clock game, but it's in September.
Okay.
So people seem to like that idea.
Okay.
Because a lot of people have stuff on Saturdays too, so you don't want to like
Burden them.
if you can't make it, you know what I mean, whatever. Anyway, so thank you to our new Patreon members. We got lots of plans of things. We're gonna have new sponsors coming on soon. Things are happening.
It's crazy.
Fitzy's on the fucking show.
Fitzy's-
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
Hey.
go.
Can we mention the thing in October?
Let's do it.
Can.
Let's do it.
Hey, October 27th, right?
October 27th.
Yeah. Friday.
Listen, I tried to get a Saturday. There was a little miscommunication.
Friday works.
Friday does
Friday
work.
works.
I'll be honest. I only try to get the Saturday for my
For the football guys.
for the
Yeah.
football guys
Yeah.
that coach high school, and they play on Friday nights.
Friday night lights. Yeah.
Let me
Listen, you can't please everybody.
Listen.
and the party goes on after the games are over.
Exactly, so here's the thing about that party. That party was my favorite thing that I did last year.
Yeah,
Period.
Fact.
My favorite night ever.
it's a great night.
Because it also forces me to like.
Wake up the next morning, get your car with Danny Gillis, and go have some fucking
That might be my
drinks.
favorite part of it. Like next year like go up to Reds like we did that day, and they're like, we're not serving for like another hour and a half.
Yeah, you don't have that problem at our
No, you don't have
establishment.
the problem with the IA. It was an unbelievable party. For the people who weren't there, I posted pictures the other day. Square One Molgoth commented, he's like, that looks like a great time. I'm like, I fucking expect your ass to be there.
He
No
needs-
idea what he looks like. He could be Doctor Strange for all I know.
He should go as Square One Mall.
Oh my fucking god! Although it's not a movie character, but we will let that pass.
That's absolutely let that pass.
By
If
the
that
way,
guy comes in as service merchandise, dude, come on.
I forgot to
The catalog.
He does, dude,
Yeah, dude. I talked about that today.
Catalog.
dude,
I
he,
was like, that's great reading material on the
oh, it was the
shitter.
Yeah.
best. That motherfucker doesn't miss.
No.
Square One Mall.
Nah, he's pretty funny.
The other thing I was gonna say was, costumes and everything, right? So it's 90. It's gonna be all movie themed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Whatever
the
you want. You
genre.
want to be Indiana Jones? You want to be fucking Jenna Jameson? Do it.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah,
I
you can
forgot
be a
about
porn
that
star.
genre
Peter North,
movie.
whatever.
Peter North Roper.
Yeah.
Just go as cum. Peter North.
So we'd love to have everybody there, first of all.
Yeah.
We have a costume contest.
We have a couple.
We're going to get it catered by Lily Peas. We'll see about maybe get some doobie wings there, but it's like we can't have conflict of interest. They
Right.
do pay us. They are our sponsor. They're
Right.
going to be the thing, but we're also going to talk to Bella's about doing something too.
Sweet.
For the catering, because Harry fucking slings the heat. We know that. By the way, you know that Harry told me and I think he told just me, but maybe Danny was there. It was the night I played at Lily Peas, and he was like, "Yeah, he's like me and him and his wife go to this. They go to Maggie's farm up in Middleton, and he's like, I'll bring the bartenders and a sack of beefs, and I'm like." What a job.
Yeah.
You're gonna get great tips up Middleton. You get the best beef in the world brought to you. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. So anyways, we'll probably have them
Did
involved.
Gary has a slicer at his house? Just because?
He has two that he's selling on
No,
Facebook Marketplace right now. I swear to God.
I know that.
Oh,
but
just for his own-
Yeah, just in his basement. Like, I want
No
a beef
way.
right now.
Now we
Once you leave the shop, you're like, I don't want to look at a fucking slicer ever again.
probably. I know what he likes.
You know what I mean?
No.
You know what
but-
I love about Harry? Fucking, I'm not gonna do the address yet, but he's one of the best guys in the business. He's a
Yeah.
fucking awesome guy. Like he just loves
I'll tell you
what he loves.
I'll tell
He
you
reminds
what
me
he
of, like,
loves.
loves boozing.
He loves his
Yeah.
drinks
And
at his pool.
Loves drinks at his pool, and he loves steaks. And I'll tell you what I like about that. I'm such a creature of habit. I'm so much like him. I'm like I want to do what I want to do. Like, and I know that's selfish. I know that's like whatever, but like that's what I want in my life. That's why it's like I was trying to explain to Maggie, like I don't like being on vacation this long, and she's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, I can't help it. I'm not trying to be a dick. Do you know what I mean? It's just I am a dick. It's just what
Just
it
get
is.
me out of here.
Yeah.
Harry, I forget what I was going to say. Are
Drinks by the pool.
you guys regretting this decision yet?
No. But I will say this: what we have to do is
Are
we
you
have to go
shitting me?
meet.
You
Oh,
heard
he's,
me?
he's dedicated. He's there. If that shop is open, he's there.
Oh yeah.
That's why it pays off for him. He's there all the
All
time.
right, let's just do it. Bella's Roast Beef,
Yeah.
1211 Osgood Street. The best beef in the business. North Andover, Mass. BellasNA.com. That is not Narcotics Anonymous. That is North Andover. I suggest
Before people go, they're on vacation.
they're
right?
on vacation right now.
So don't go yet.
Can I tell you something very funny?
Yeah.
My brother-in-law Nate, when he left Maine, goes, "I'm stopping at Bella's on the way home," and I was so hungover I forgot. And he sends me a picture with the vacation thing, and I'm like, I knew, and I didn't even fucking tell him. So, anyways,
31st, they'll be open.
31st will be open. I'll be there on the 31st. What's the 31st? Is that
I think it's
Monday.
a Monday.
It's a Monday. It's next Monday.
I don't like the beef during the week. I like the beef on the weekend. So maybe I'll be there on the next weekend. I got to stop by there. Maybe Friday. Anyways, they have the best roast beef. They are fucking tremendous. I was actually tempted to get a beef yesterday. Took Tommy fishing.
Yeah.
Went to get bait over in Saugus. And I'm like, maybe I'll go to Mike's. I'm like, fuck this. fuck that. I'll just go home and make a ham sandwich, for Christ's sakes. Like, if it's not Bella's, fuck it, you know?
Speaking of fishing,
Yeah.
a buddy of mine asked me if I wanted to go tuna fishing.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I've never done
Oh,
this
that's
before.
sick. Yeah, you'll have a great time.
It's a blast.
It's expensive.
It is
Yeah,
expensive.
it's expensive.
It's like
And,
$390.
Yeah.
and they're going to know really quick if they're not anywhere near tuna.
Yeah.
And you might end up going striper or shark fishing.
Which is fine.
I get a fucking
Striper
rebate?
fishing's fucking awesome.
I don't know how they do it.
No,
It depends
probably
on the
not.
boat, but I don't know how they do it. But either way, you're going to have a fucking blast.
You're going to have
Yeah.
a blast.
It's
It's awesome. That'll come up in our best things to do for testosterone-driven weekends that Andrew Fontana sent. Bella's, anyways, the best. Lily P's Chicken, the original sponsor of this show. The number one guy who took a chance on this show.
Yeah, man.
And he regrets it to this day. Chris Parsons, executive chef, front of the house. Jillian in the back. Dervishian. I think, is that how you say the name?
Yep.
I want to make sure.
I was
'Cause
with-
the first time I said it to you, I was like, is it Dervishian? You're like, no, it's Dervishian.
It's Armenian. It's a
That's
weird
why you got to
fucking-
ask people who know before you try to say it. Jillian at the front of the house. She's the fucking best. They have the best food. The only thing that sucks is my favorite bartender there is moving to Seattle.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's a fucking
Saw
great
that.
kid. He's
Saw that.
awesome. But anyways, good luck to him. They have absolutely tremendous food. They have the best drinks. They have craft cocktails. They have a great beer list. They're just the best. They're fucking awesome. I recommend the Lower Broadway. That's what I think you got last
That
time,
was
Fitzy,
great.
right?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. It is absolutely tremendous. So go see them. And by the way, if you go to Bella's, if you go there, it really does help us if you just say, hey, I listen to Pill in the Cork. I know I'm the same way as you. I'm actually an extroverted introvert. So when I go to places, I don't like doing shit like that either, but it does help us. And it makes them feel like, hey, I'm paying these guys for a fucking reason, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, let them know you're a Corker. Actually, it was funny. I think Hammers told him when he was there, and they wrote up like a big thing on his check. So it was like they were like head of security for fucking pulling the cork.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, royalty. I don't know if they gave him anything off, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to do another event there soon, too. We're going to do something. We
Yeah.
have to do something soon.
Yeah.
But it'll likely be... Maybe we'll do a Pats game there, too, or something like that. We'll figure it out.
I'll be fine with
We'll
that.
figure it out. Anyways, so... Those are the first two. We have... do you want to do... Because we got
We'll
new...
wait.
We'll do that later.
Yeah.
We got new sponsors coming in soon, too, as well.
Yep.
We're working with some new people and should be finishing that up in the next week or so. But some awesome, awesome companies that we think you guys will dig.
And I know we say it a lot, but like we really, really do fucking appreciate our sponsors.
Yeah.
I mean, even like I said, I am a plumber. Kev Ma was like, dude, I know you hate fucking doing side work, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll do side work. Like if I want to do it, you know what I mean? Like I'll
Yeah.
help you out.
Sure.
I went to Fitzy's house, you
Yep.
know. Little shit I'll do. But
Sure.
like if I'm getting, you know, if you're doing a new boiler, I'm calling Anthony.
Sure,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
The guy
yeah.
knows what the fuck he's doing, and
Yep.
that's his company. Like that's his
Yes.
moneymaker.
Yeah.
I'm fine with doing, you know, my 9 to 5, 40 hours a week type of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But the sponsors, we definitely appreciate them.
it's-
And it's huge when you guys tell
you're
them.
you're not just giving money away. You're helping us out tremendously.
Yeah, and it's like, I tried to explain this, but like we actually talk. I like to let everybody behind the scenes. That's what I like to do. So we talked about the other day, like what we're doing. We have a bunch of stuff we want to do with the money. We got to get some new mic hookup things in here and some other stuff. But like a lot of that money ends up going to like the fucking Halloween party. And then like, you know, like we do charge for the Halloween party, but basically that covers the hall.
Yep.
And like the DJ,
Yep.
CJ the DJ, hopefully we're going to secure him.
Hopefully, yeah. I got to be honest. I haven't heard from him in a little bit.
All right,
But
well-
I will. I'll reach out to
All
him.
right, well, we'll get
That's
somebody
still my
awesome.
guy.
We'll get somebody
That's
awesome.
still
He's
my
first
guy.
dibs.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so like that money helps us do a bunch of different things, and like we are gonna probably use it to go on a trip somewhere and like do some live stuff from somewhere else, right?
Yep.
We also have some plans. We got a little garage bar tour I'm planning. That I haven't told you guys about. We're gonna do a live one from Josh the Ironworkers with
Okay.
Josh, obviously. That should be a planned Uber event for everybody. We're gonna do one from Kev Ma's bar, which is down the street.
Yeah.
And we're
Been
gonna
to
do
Kev
one.
Bar's house 3 times. I've yet to see this bar yet.
Yeah, I know. It's like the electricity hooked up.
Yeah,
What's
he
going
told
on?
me. He
I
told
didn't
me.
even get any of the. Dude, I had a beer in his kitchen. I go, this is the second time I've been in your kitchen, and I've been.
Hey, what a beautiful job they did, though.
They did a great job in his house. Yeah, it's awesome, and it's great to have him back down the street.
Yeah.
Trouble, but it's great. And then we're gonna do one from Nate's, which Nate's bar is like fucking the
Taj Mahal.
Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
of fucking garage bars. All right, so
I did forget to say one thing when I was talking about Friday.
Go ahead.
Friday at my niece's party. I don't know if you remember Friday night, but it was pouring buckets.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't know this. My sister didn't know this, but we only had the private room from 7 to 9, supposedly. Not a
Short
lot.
window.
Not a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you needed to spend X amount of dollars for this private fucking room. Well, out of everyone there, you know, my niece had her friends, me, my sister, pretty much the only drinkers there. Like, we had family there. Like, they might have 1 or 2 socials, and that's it.
Yep.
One of my sisters is sober. Her husband doesn't drink. Like, it was 30 people, 10 of them probably drinking. So you had to spend the fucking money. So the guy is telling us, like, hey, you have to get out. I have another party, which I'll get to that in a moment. But you also have to spend another, like, $500 in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was a fucking scam,
Yeah,
right?
it's wild.
So I looked on their website, and they closed at 10:30. So I was like, this guy's lying to us.
Yeah, they don't have another party.
They don't have another party. They just want us to get us the fuck out of
Yeah,
there.
you want
Sure.
to close.
So I said it to him. I said, how are you having another party? And I went, like, the way the room was, the place is not big
they
at
weren't
all.
turning that thing over in fucking 10 minutes.
But you know, like, if you're there if the party was really there at 9 o'clock, there's people there at 8:45
Yeah,
waiting.
Yeah.
There
Sure.
was no one
Yeah.
there, right? So now the guy's sitting there, he goes, I just had to cancel it because of the rain. I'm like, buddy.
You fucking fraud.
I go, stop this.
Fuck off.
Stop this. I go, we'll finish the tab that we have to pay.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We can do that.
Yep.
I'll get fucking another cherry whiskey or whatever the fuck it is, right? Dude, their sidewalk. So you know how, like, the place on Newbury Street, have the stairs that go down?
Yeah.
That's how this restaurant is.
Okay.
They might have had 8 inches of water out there. This guy was fucking soaked. All the drains were covered. He comes back in, he's like, it's fucking soaked.
Jesus
So is
Christ.
he telling the truth or no?
There's
No,
no
he's
way he's
lying.
telling the
He's
truth.
lying.
But people still had to leave the restaurant.
Yeah.
He was out there in fucking,
Galoshes.
oh, it was so bad. And I'm like, hey, I was like, do you want a drink? We still got some money to spend.
Dude, I told you that story. I think I told the first time Clocky was on. We went to my buddy's bachelor party. Clocky was there, and, like, this.
Did you say your first bachelor party?
No. My buddy's bachelor
I
party.
don't know why I heard first. I was like, well, wait a minute.
First
Anyways.
time you met Clocky.
First time I met
Okay,
Clocky.
okay.
And we go into, like,
Excuse
the back room of, like, this fucking sick steakhouse at the Wynn, and like, we're sitting there and, like, we eat and, like, we drink. We all get, like, whatever. We're getting fucking Manhattans and shit or whatever we're getting. Everybody's hungover shit. And the guy comes in and he's like, you guys are a little short on, like, the minimum.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, how much? It was like, I got to think, I think the
$3,000.
minimum was $3,000. And it was like, and we were at, like, he goes, oh, where are we at? And he's like, 900.
Oh.
And I go, you got wine menus? And I'm like, because, I mean, we have to pay it.
Right.
So, and Shockey, their buddy Shockey, he's like the best guy in the world. He's like, I'll cover everything. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was one Italian kid, Marino. I'm like, hey, fucking, you tell me what's good. He's like, why do I know? I'm like, you're Italian. You figure it out. Tell me what's good. We're ordering
stomp grapes with your feet.
$300 bottles of wine. Some kid's drinking Pappy Van Winkle. Like, we were like, fucking, dude, literally like high on the hog in this fucking place,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, fuck it. If we gotta spend the money, we might as well drink the best shit you got. By the way, red wine when you're a little hungover, oh, it's fucking good. It gets you out of the fucking can.
I'm only a Chianti guy, and that's because of my father. And
Yeah,
he
but
drank.
then you're rolling the hangover right into
Oh,
the next
God,
day.
it's all
Red
right.
Brutal.
You're in
wine.
Vegas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's worth it.
Saturday, though.
Wine hangovers.
I know we're still talking about the weekend. You have a whole week and a half to talk about it, pretty
Nah,
much.
not
but,
really. I'm good.
But Saturday, Christy was going to Walmart, and Walmart and her is
Oh yeah,
three
her,
hour
like,
minimum.
that is her crack cocaine.
She didn't come home until 1:45 in the morning.
What time are they open till?
She did not. She went to her mother's and fucking drank her face off. She does it like twice a year.
But she never does really.
Twice a year. So I never, because like when I go out, she calls me off the hook. Calls you off the hook. Calls everybody off the hook.
Yeah.
Right?
I've had a couple of missed calls.
I know. I don't bother her because I'm like, you never do this.
Yeah.
Right? It pained me so much to not call her because my daughter Riley was screaming. For 12 hours.
Yeah.
Teething. And I mean fucking, like I couldn't do anything. I'm crying with her. I'm like, what do you want me to do? You know? She finally comes home at fucking 1:45. She wakes me up. Hey, I'm home. Leave me alone. The baby's asleep. We're on the couch. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't moving her.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
fell asleep there. That's where we're sleeping that night. I'm like, leave her alone. She's like, no, I'm gonna pick her up. Good idea. Hey, your fucking problem now. Go upstairs. I'm sleeping on the couch. Dude, I woke up Sunday I couldn't wait to leave for fucking New Hampshire. I didn't have to be there until fucking 2. I'm like, it's 8 a.m. I'm like, let's go. We gotta get me the fuck out of here, dude. You ever have that? Like,
Yeah. Of course.
you don't want to be in the house. Like,
Yeah.
And for no particular reason, but like, this is like,
Yeah.
you were fucking gone for 14 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm good.
And I'm like, you were just going to get like blankets.
Sometimes you need like. It's funny because speaking of that, like I was hungover on Sunday,
Yeah.
and I was like, I kind of need to get out and fucking go down to Milton. Like normally I'd be like, I can't do this right
Yeah.
now. Fucking cannot. The idea of driving to Milton would be like fucking like fighting in the Civil War.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would be as bad. But like that day, I'm like, you know what? Get in the fucking because Maggie's like, I don't. Like she was doing something else. I'm like, just do what you're doing. Finish what I'll go down. So it's fine. You don't have to go. And like I just cruised down there, fucking blaring tunes. I'm like, this is fucking kind of money. You know what I mean? Sometimes just cruising down by yourself, getting out of the house is nice.
I agree.
Went fishing yesterday with Tommy, by the way. He caught one. I got skunked.
What do you
was
get?
every Tom, Dick, and Harry was at fucking Spot Pond yesterday.
Oh, I saw your picture.
Yeah, and like, dude, it's like listen. We
I
had to
love
go-
that. Tom, Dick, and Harry. I love that.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's such a great. I want to do one show that we just talk about old sayings that not enough people use anymore.
Can I tell you a saying that I heard today? So
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts
I think
religiously.
we're gonna do it right now.
When I found like my AirPods, like I went back to listening. So I listened to a college podcast. I mean a college football one called Unnecessary Roughness from
Yep.
Barstool. And this guy he's like, you know when you say fucking, I'm the fucking. He said,
Cat's ass?
Yeah. I am the straw that stirs the drink. I said, I am fucking stealing that, and I'm using that for the rest
That
of my
is
life.
fucking
I've never
great.
heard that. You've never
That is
heard that?
fucking great. No, it's unbelievable. Though.
He goes, don't forget who I am. I'm the straw that stirs the drink. And I was like, motherfucker.
My buddy Matt, who I've never heard this before until he said it to me. We had this buddy that was a friend of a friend's from college, and this kid Lenny, and he was a ridiculous character. And one of the things he used to say is one night talking to this dude, we were at the bar, this kid comes over talking to him for a minute, and I go, you know him? Is he a good guy? He goes, kid, he's a fucking lemon. Referring to a person as a lemon, which is something that nobody even uses to talk about in a shitty car anymore, absolutely put me on the fucking ground, dude. I was fucking dead. There's so many of those fucking, dude, when you hear it, it's like that's like old story my father used to tell about Kevin Ma's dad, where he goes, they were at a wedding, and my father's like, he was talking about wedding, and Kevin Ma's dad goes, my father's name's Gola, he goes, tin roof? And he goes, what's that mean? He goes, open bar. And he goes, open bar. He goes, why? And he just puts his finger up like this, he goes, it's on the house.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable. So every time we go to a wedding, my father goes, tin roof? I love sayings like that. When you get something that, like, when you were, like, the time you were talking about going up to Ipswich or whatever to get, and you're like, different currency, I was like,
yeah.
It doesn't even, like, it's like, when you hear it and it's so good, it's
That was
like,
my first video ever.
that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was fucking unbelievable.
Different currency.
Back when the fucking videos were fucking really fucking throwing haymakers back
Yeah,
then.
it was a good time. You know what I mean?
Although I said this before the thing, but I just gonna give a shout out to Jumptown, who was on the show last week. Our guy.
Couple weeks ago, but last show.
Yeah, but whatever. He did a 32-ounce chug on this craft beer coffee page we were at, and like he goes, we don't know, but we do. And he lives on a farm now, and all of a sudden a horse in the background goes, like he's fucking like he's so high,
Perfect
he's communicating with animals.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking.
And then he answered the horse.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's like, right?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Put a fucking pulling the cork sticker on a fucking on the Dunkin' Donuts and Lowell.
Yep.
Lacey Cole.
She saw it.
She saw it. Took a picture of it for us.
Was that like an outside window?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the drive.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah,
Oh,
right
it was in the
underneath it.
drive-thru.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking love it. Absolutely fucking love it. All right, we got a couple voicemails.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Hold on. Hold up.
Shout out to the Patreon members for keeping the secret.
100%. Yeah. By the way, shout out to Original Ginger, our guy Dave Sweeney, for fucking running the Rib Fest yesterday, supporting the
Buddy.
food trucks. Where the fucking
Hey.
pull the cork shirt?
Is Dave Sweeney the point guard of fucking members or what?
He's the number one. And I told you when I met him, I was like, I didn't know what he was going to be like.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's one of us. He's a fucking...
Dude, every day, doesn't matter what I put on Instagram, he comments on it. If it's my story, if it's a picture,
Yeah,
he'll-
same with me.
Dude, he's the man.
He's the ultimate corker. And I'll tell you what, somebody said this... Oh, I was listening to Theo Vaughn's podcast because Tommy's obsessed with Theo Vaughn, so everywhere we go, we listen to him.
He's
a
so
riot.
funny.
He's the best.
So funny, dude.
Dude, everybody... I think now that I've listened to a lot, obviously, like, most of his shit is made up. You can tell.
Oh,
you know,
but,
it's
like-
just like, he's like,
But
"Yeah,
most people think it's fucking.
That's what kills me.
So I'll tell you a quick story. There's a guy that he has since passed away. He's an older fella, but I've known him. He was a member at the IA. He was in his 80s. He would come down, he'd have 2 or 3 drinks and leave. He'd always wear a fucking fisherman's hat. Nicest guy on the earth, right? And I'm like, hey, you want another one? He's like, no, I got to get home to my mother. And for fucking years, I'm like, wow, he's got a really old mother. And he's just bullshitting me the whole fucking time. And it went right over my head. I'm like, how old's your mother? He goes, there's no way you think my mother's still alive. 80-something years old. His mom's still kicking. Just on strings, dude.
But they were talking about, he was talking to the comedian Mark Norman about, he was like, it's different when I meet people who are just fans of my comedy or see me on TikTok than people who like my podcast. Because he's like, people who like your podcast, they're weird like you are. That's why they like it. He's like, they're like, they have the same sense of humor as you. And they're like, oh, I get this. And so it's like when they're just as weird as you are, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, so like most of the people who I think are really like the show are just like us, you know what I mean? They're the same. They think the same shit is funny and the fucking same things make them laugh, you know, and they're all a little weird, like Andrew Fontana. They walk around with drumsticks in their car and they fucking keep the count on squares. By the way, what's he gonna do now? He now has to keep a 3 count.
Yeah.
He had 2.
I'm going to be way behind, though, anyways.
Yeah,
Is
but
he going to have to restart?
That's all right.
He's gonna-
Oh,
you know
Use
what-
another finger?
Yeah.
he's gonna be listening 3 times a week. I like it though. Let's bounce those numbers
Yeah.
up, Andrew.
An extra download a week.
All right, you ready? One of these I don't know who it is.
Okay.
What's up, fellas? So, I got a little piece on Cheesecake Factory here. So, first of all, Cheesecake Factory, you're a garbage person if you think Cheesecake Factory is a fucking nice place to eat, unless you're a teenage girl. Secondly, if you go to Cheesecake Factory, it should be automatic to bring home a fucking slice of Cheesecake Factory for whoever you got waiting at home. You know? My girl went out to brunch with her friends the other day, had fucking Cheesecake Factory, comes home, half-eaten slice of cheesecake, you know? I just think it's an automatic thing, you know? It's like fucking... If you go to Cheesecake Factory, you bring home a fucking slice of cheesecake for your significant other. What do you guys think? Tell me if I'm fucking crazy or not. Adios.
All right, first of all, do you know who that is?
No clue.
I don't know who it is, but I'll tell you right now.
It's a fair point.
I fucking agree with him. And
Oh,
the
dude.
last time I went to Cheesecake Factory, which we never go because they don't have a gluten-free menu.
Yeah.
I don't think. And by the way, as Gordon Ramsay tells you, if the menu's huge, you got problems.
I can't.
It's too big.
John-
Overwhelming.
John-
I agree
Taffer
with him
tells you
again
this-
on another thing because if you go to Cheesecake Factory, you're a trash person because it's a trash
It is a trash place. It's for people. It's like the people.
We're gonna
who
disagree here.
It's like the people who go to the it's like the people who go to the it's like the people who go to the Palace Playland up in fucking Old Orchard.
Yeah.
Talk about hills have eyes, Danny. These people had extra appendages. I think. Like we're talking about like fucking like if they started biting you, you would not have been surprised.
Yeah, you'd be like,
like this is like
I
they
knew it.
came down from like. I don't even know where Rangeley, Maine is. It could be a nice place. That's the name that comes to mind. It could
It's
be
beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I want a-
Shittsville, Maine.
I want a
like,
lake house in Range.
Okay,
Rangeley.
Remotesville,
But it's like
Shittsville,
4 hours
Freiburg.
north.
Just say Freiburg.
Freiburg, whatever it is. Some
yeah,
fucking
no,
shithole. These people like are like this is their fucking migration down to fucking Old Orchard. And let me tell you right now, you want to see trash people, the trashiest, the worst people in the world. They fucking smell like they smoked a cigarette for their whole life. Like they just never stopped smoking that cigarette. And they slept and they smoked it, put on their fucking CPAP machine. They smoked it through the CPAP machine. These people couldn't even afford a CPAP machine because they don't have medical care. These are the worst looking people you've ever seen in your life. 0 fucking teeth. The kids are fucking googly eyed. Like nobody has got a fucking set of eyes that works in the whole fucking place. Everybody's fucking the only
Crazy
thing
eyes.
the only thing they
Peanut
can
butter
get
and
the only thing
gumballs.
their teeth will work for is the fucking candy what's it called? The fucking what's the fucking
What
shit
the
I'm
fuck
thinking
was
of?
that?
The fucking shit that you can eat. The fucking
Taffy?
No, fuck! I just ruined this whole fucking thing.
Damn, you
That was
suck.
a great rant.
It was a great rant
It
till
was
that.
good.
Now
No,
they're
the
fucking when you go on
fucking shit that's,
vacation
like,
for
all whipped up.
Pear fries.
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
candy,
That's
yeah.
the only thing these people could eat because their teeth are so fucking bad.
Mountain Dew mouth.
Like this. Oh, Mountain Dew mouth doesn't even do it justice. We're talking about Like, and like like talk about when we talked about you and the Suda brothers doing the fucking tattoo contest.
Oh, yeah.
Worst tattoos in the fucking world. Like drawn by somebody. If you were like, hey, I know you're a righty, do this tattoo lefty.
And drink a 6-pack.
Yeah, and I know you've never drawn anything in your life. Yeah. And do math before you fucking do it. Anyways.
Gickus is gonna win though.
That's
a
you
a
haven't
winner
seen the
all
Suda
day.
Brothers shit.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
wait.
Anyways, those are the type of people that are up there. Fucking worst people in the world. I forget where I was going with that.
I forget where you were going with it too, because I had something to say.
Yeah, you did.
I know why, because I was going to defend the cheesecake.
yeah.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory.
I totally forgot what that voice.
Cheesecake Factory, right?
The
Yeah.
cheesecake's decent.
The cheesecake is very good. I love cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake is probably my favorite dessert. But there's one thing on that item that is massive, that is more bang for your buck, and it's fantastic. Steak Diane. $26. It's fucking...
Steak Diane? I don't even know what that is.
It's phenomenal.
I'll try it
It's 2 steak
if I
medallions.
ever went back to Cheesecake Factory.
It's 2 steak Watch, someone out there is gonna like mail us fucking Cheesecake Factory fucking gift cards.
Dude, I feel like
Listen to me. It's 2 fucking steak medallions.
Okay.
Right? They're not big. Like
yeah, they're
obviously
little
having
like I know what they are.
2 of those and like a mushroom gravy sauce. Get your asparagus and your fucking garlic mashed potatoes or whatever. $26, dude. It's the best. I don't think it's ever went up in price.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
And it's good?
It's bomb. It's really good.
Now I will say this: their cheesecake is fucking awesome.
Cheesecake's very good.
Cheesecake's fucking great.
I think it's a stupid name for a restaurant.
It's a horrible restaurant.
See, like,
Dude, it's too loud. You know what it feels like? It feels like you're in Vegas.
you know what it is? You know what it's good for? You know what cheesecake is good for? When you're a high school senior and you want to take your girlfriend out.
100.
Yes.
That's what it is
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
This kid was
Yeah.
right. Whoever this was.
Yeah. So I don't disagree. I disagree that he thinks. Oh, you guys think it's a shit restaurant. I think it's good for its purpose. You're not going to go there for your fucking 10-year wedding anniversary.
You are if you're somebody who goes to Old Orchard and eats fucking cotton candy with your gums. They can't make it that
I
far
love
down.
Salisbury pizza. That's fucking
these-
best. Beach pizza.
Like gross on them. Like, I mean, just fucking like a basketball coming out of the side of your head. You know what I mean? Like, just,
Someone took Leone's. So we went to Treehouse this weekend.
Yeah.
What day was that? Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
right? So one of the guys that met us at Treehouse brought Leone's pizza. You ever have that?
Yep.
My favorite square pizza from Somerville, Mass.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
You've had it?
I think it's
I have not
probably-
had it, but I heard it's
Oh,
great.
Leone's is very
It's
good.
probably a 1B of Umberto's.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have Umberto's?
Yeah, I've had it.
I'll be
Square
honest.
pizza?
I like Leone's a little bit better.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I think Umberto's is fire.
It is.
But Umberto's you have to eat hot in the place.
And you got to be there at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, because they sell out. Leone's, you can eat that at 2 a.m., freezing cold, out of the box.
Yep.
It could be sitting in your garage and it's still going to be fire.
Is that you that I turned up?
Yeah, that just went way up.
Yeah.
So
I'm turning this off.
they brought
Although the only benefit is now I could tell if somebody's mic goes off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of just looking at the screen. But
Even that last episode, Clocky was off for like maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't
You thought
long.
it was fucking crazy,
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
yeah.
So brought Leone's, was sitting there, drinking Treehouse.
you can bring food in there?
Yeah, you can bring
That's
food
nice.
because they don't serve food.
Okay.
But again, they're like, oh, that's your third ticket? Fuck off.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's
we need-
crazy.
we
So
need-
you have to buy the tickets up front?
Yeah, up front, and they give you a wristband. So even though you run out of tickets
They fucking-
physically,
they, like, dot you?
They mark off your wristband 3x marks.
This is why I don't like fucking breweries, dude. I'm sorry.
It is. It's
No, I agree with
but
that. It sucks.
Honestly, if you're in the market for
I understand.
craft beers,
I get it.
Treehouse is top.
Oh,
one of the tops.
I believe it.
It's awesome.
And I also understand why they do it because that's the hopping thing right now, dude.
Yeah.
It's people want breweries.
And people can stretch 3 drinks. There was
Oh,
there
yeah.
was sports teams in
Well,
there.
dude, some
there
of
was
these-
little league teams. There was a girls
some of these
maybe a softball team or something. But
some
they
of
had
these
like
beers,
whole cruises.
some of these beers can be what 11, 12%,
9-10%. Yeah.
So yeah, of course.
Yeah, I get that too because you get somebody who walks in there and they just drink Miller Lite and they have their fucking third and they're like fucking howling at the moon out back. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But is there a good bar near there that you can bounce to afterwards?
I don't know.
I think there's got to
Too
be something
expired.
good up there, right?
There's got to be something.
Some good-
a restaurant or something. The
Trash-
Cheesecake
trash
Factory.
hole.
Trash.
It's got to be a cheesecake factory somewhere.
Like a trash person bar out
Get a
there.
good fucking steak Diane out there.
I love cheesecake.
I got a great. Oh, hold on, we got
Honestly,
another voicemail. Sorry.
Cheesecake's
hold
probably my favorite dessert.
Same. I just said that, Fitz.
What's the turtle one? The caramel?
See, that's way too much for me. I need strawberries. I know that's fucking ghetto.
I like
strawberry
strawberry
cheesecake.
too.
Ooh, it's your your man Adam Joe Jumptown. In case you don't know, now you do. Listen, I just want to give a big shout out to you two guys adding a third seat to the crew. And I tell you what, I wish it was me. But whoever it's going to be, those ass cheeks are going to be oh so nicely right there. I know that sounds a little gay, but it's all right. Hey, Gilly, turn around. I left a little bit of that pigeon come behind you on the wood there. All right, guys, let's have a good show. Sausages here.
He's fucked.
Dude, you know what? Somebody said, a couple people guessed Jumptown.
I guess just.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the best misdirection I've seen in my life. Jumptown is like, it's like bringing out like the rarest whiskey you have like in the back, like the Pappy.
Special
like,
occasions.
Yeah, it's like you can't just be like fucking around, like you can't overdose on Jumptown. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
By the way, if you want more Jumptown, you should join the fucking roast beef page, North Shore Beefs, and you should join the Craft Beer Mafia page because the kid's always on there. I can't help myself but look at his videos. When his videos go up, I look at every one of them.
He does it live every day.
Yeah.
Just has
And
his
you know what?
coffee, talking to fucking Mr. Ed.
A lot of interaction.
And the people I click on all the time is Fitzy, Jump. If Clocky ever makes a picture of you, which is like once a year, it's my favorite thing that ever happens on the page. It gets ruined in the place. Obviously, anything you ever do on the beef page is instant me watching. Craig Kimberly on the beef page.
I miss
We're
Craig.
still going to have Craig on, by the way.
Craig was, when we first started talking
He was going to
about
be our first
guest.
He has a huge YouTube channel, like
Yeah.
25,000 followers. Like,
Barbecue it.
yeah, BBQ it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea to do, maybe get him here. Just like a little.
Oh, for the potty.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
him
Oh,
to smoke
100%.
And we might be able to hire him to do a little fucking, how do you do today?
I know, yeah.
Oh, yeah. A little camera. Oh, yeah.
fucking-
Yep.
He's multi-talented.
Look at that. You fucking,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm good for a couple.
You are. Yeah, that was excellent. So anyways,
Quick sponsor?
quick sponsor. Let's go.
AJM Plumbing and Heating. Give me 1 second as I tell you all about my friend Anthony and I pull up his fucking page
Best
here.
in the business.
As you know, AJM Plumbing and Heating, founded by my man Tony Machici, a graduate from Northeast Tech. Plumbing and Heating, listen, it's over. He's been a member. He's been a fucking sponsor for over 10 years. I mean, for over a year. So now it's 11 years. Build AJM hopes of providing 5-star VIP experience for every customer at an affordable price. His goal is to educate the customer about their investment and never sell anyone short. You want to know why? Because he's not a scumbag. Honesty, excellence, and professionalism is the company motto because if you provide all three of those, you'll have a happy customer. Listen, I feel like I haven't done that ad in a minute because I kind of just rifled it off. That's a mission statement right there.
That is a mission statement.
You mention us, you're going to get 10% off your bill. Listen, we tell you this every year. Get your shit done now for the winter. You don't want to call them with the emergency calls. That's when the price gets jacked up like everybody else does. Listen, reach into the pockets now. Give them a shout. Let them know that we send you ajmplumbingheating.com.
Now, as I told you, I got the mini splits in my house now.
Yep.
So it's a Dario. They put them in, but then they were like, don't put in the basement one until you get it framed out or whatever.
Yep.
Now, they're coming on August 2nd. I have to call them tomorrow to confirm that this is covered in my original installation price,
Yep.
right? I'm not paying them again. Maggie's like, well, what do you do if they stonewall you? I'm like, call fucking AJM.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what the
fucking
fuck
right.
I do, all right?
Fucking right.
All right. Andrew Fontana, one of the best fucking people in the world, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude,
One of my favorite people in the world.
he just texted me something, too. Yeah, I'm listening.
He's a riot, dude. When he
Espresso.
joined us at
He's
Willie
the best.
B's, I was dying.
He's going to be on the show soon.
Yeah.
We got some big guests coming up, by the way. We got Andrew Fontana coming up. That's all you need to know. We have Josh the
Oh.
Ironworker.
This fucking kid. This kid texted me yesterday. We talked about it on the show about how to make like the simplest Puerto Rican dish.
Yeah.
The corned beef hash,
Yep.
the rice, and the corn. He's like, he texts me, he's like, how do I make this? He goes, I got great jasmine rice. I go, stop there. Let's get that out of it. You need the Goya rice. But it's very simple to make. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I'll go to fucking YouTube and put Puerto Rican corned beef and pop right up. I'm like, follow whatever this guy's doing. He's like, perfect. He's like, what ingredients do I have? So I'm like, Christy, what do I have? And she pulls out all the shit. He goes, I thought you said it was 3 ingredients. I said, yeah, 3 ingredients, but like not spices. Like you need to throw some fucking, some little razzle dazzle in there, you know?
Dude. I
So he's
remember,
making a Puerto Rican dish this week.
what was it, the guy who owns Goya? Didn't he like support Trump or something?
Oh, yeah.
And my favorite was when like, it was like some Spanish guy was like a Mexican guy was like on fucking Instagram or TikTok and he's like, people like Goya's gonna get canceled. He's like, you can't fucking cancel Goya. He's like, it's uncancelable.
Spanish people would look the other way if that ever happened.
100%,
They'd be like,
dude.
is he really racist?
Yeah, I'm not buying
Is
that
a wall
fucking
that
shit.
bad?
By the way, my daughter just sent me another request to get another app on her phone. I go to her last night and I go, how many apps can you hold on a phone?
Yeah.
Because you are getting apps like fucking.
Do you know
like,
what? You know what I did notice though?
What?
And it might just be my fucking crazy head, right? Remember when you used to put apps in your phone was slower? I've not noticed any slowness whatsoever in my phones.
My phone seems fucked up lately.
Mine does too.
No, dude, I
I get
don't know
bad
if-
service.
I got an 11. I think it's outdated.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I have
yeah,
like
you
a 12. I have
do,
a-
buddy.
I think I have a 12.
What are they up to? 15? 16?
14.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
you just I got a 14 Pro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're slowing me down because I haven't bought a phone
So
recently.
that's exactly.
That's what they do.
They're like, you paid this one off. We're gonna fuck it.
Yeah,
up."
they fuck you. You know
So
what I mean?
then you go and you lease another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't let you buy it.
Nope.
Which I want to just buy it.
Buy
anyway.
it. Yeah.
I love when
Give me a
people
little
always like
discount.
surprised that like Steve Jobs was not like a great guy, and it's like nobody who's fucking makes jillions of dollars is a great
know.
guy,
Yeah.
unless like do you know what I mean? Like maybe Warren Buffett seems like a nice enough guy, but an old codger. You know what I mean? Like that's another great old term.
Codger,
An old codger. You know, a
I've
guy
been dealing with lawyers recently.
Yeah.
For personal shit.
Sure.
And at one point, they're like, I'm like, so what's my course of action? What can I do here? And they're like, well, you can sue this person, and this person. And I'm like, I don't want to sue them.
Yeah.
One person was a retired guy.
Yeah, I don't wanna deal with that
Some
fucking
old
shit.
retired
Yeah.
guy. They're like, sue him for damages. And I was like, I don't want to do, but Steve Jobs would do that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Elon Musk would do that.
Dude,
all these guys that make millions of dollars,
Yeah.
they're cutthroat.
Dude,
you know what
way
I mean?
before
I have
Trump was
I have a fucking heart, people.
Dude, way before Trump was president, right? I'm going like 2003, 2004, something like that. I'm on the phone with a guy at work. I place construction executives in New York. Talking to this guy, and he's telling me the story about Trump, where he's like, I was working for this company. We were doing all the finished work in the building, and they misordered the wrong type of gold-plated doors and locks for all the doors in this fucking building. And Trump says to the guy, like, yeah, it's fine, just put them in. Then he fucking sues him,
Ugh.
right? Then he takes the fucking ones he put in. Then he takes the ones he put in and puts them in a different building that he owns.
Yeah.
So, like,
Or sells
I'm
them.
not saying, like, hey, you might like Trump. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't care either way.
whatever. I don't care
That's
either
a
way either.
dickhead-
fucking
I'm just
hate
saying,
him.
that's what a guy like that
dickhead
does.
move, yeah.
That's what those guys do. So whether it's fucking Biden or Trump or any of these guys, they're all fucking scumbag cocksuckers.
100%.
It's a fact. Like, they wouldn't get in this bar, like, they're sniffing kids or they're fucking you over on your fucking door handles, basically. You know what I mean? Two motherfuckers. All right.
All right,
Andrew Fontana.
Fontana.
Back to that.
Yeah.
Espresso martinis. Engaged, newly engaged.
Yep.
Plays drums on a steering wheel. Also keeps the tag of all the times we swear on the show.
I believe he still does it. It's known on construction sites, but seeing a guy at his stature wear Hawaiian shirts on Fridays is pretty hilarious. He keeps the tradition going.
By the way, he was
Hawaiian
like,
shirt Fridays on a construction site's always good.
he was like, he said something that killed me. It was like,
He loves shirts that look like he's Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. He's got a bunch of those bowling shirts.
he's great. Anyways, I don't see where it is, but basically he said, what are the top 5 things for a guy's weekend or guy events that you can do together that are testosterone building, fun guy things to do together?
Yeah, so we need
In
an
Boston.
episode for that.
Well, no, we can do it right now.
I can't think of 5 right now. I need
Well, we don't
fucking-
have to think of 5.
No, it's just all.
It's just
we'll
all
combine.
things.
It's
We'll
not a
combine
draft.
it.
We're not
It's
doing a draft.
No, it's not a draft.
I didn't prepare
because
for
if
a
it was a
draft.
giraffe, you'd have fucking like
If it was
10
a
overlaps.
giraffe,
Yeah.
A giraffe or a giraffe. Yeah.
I didn't prepare to win a draft tonight.
I didn't either.
you kind of slaughtered us
All
last
right.
time.
I mean, this is some of these are super obvious, right? So
Yeah.
like, you got the fucking golf weekend. Now, here's my one thing I would say because I thought about this today. When you go on a weekend with the guys now, right? Like we might go away together and do like a podcast from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Now
No, we definitely are.
we are. But here's what I'm saying.
We need a GoPro.
Oh, definitely need a GoPro.
Multiple GoPros.
We need a film.
I do.
We need.
I want zero responsibility for a GoPro.
Here's my goal, by the way. My goal
They got
is
chest
for.
strap. We can just strap.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Andrew Montana, you need to learn some fucking filming and editing skills. You
Yeah.
need to be a producer of the show.
He'd be a great producer.
He would be.
He'd be a great producer. And then he pipes in from the background.
Yep.
Think about it, Andrew. I know he's fucking hot as a rock
Right now, he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm quitting plumbing.
Think
He just
about
bought a $900 camera.
a combination Gary Delabate and Fred.
Yeah.
From like combination of
And
those
Jamie
two.
from Rogan.
Yes.
Yes.
All those things.
Chip
yeah.
in, but have the background on point. Stop watching YouTube videos.
But could also eat 12 muffins in like 14 seconds.
With the rappers.
With
with
the
the
rappers.
rapper.
What a savage.
For
All right.
$20.
So here's what I was going to say. So
Supposed
let's
to be
say,
100.
And then didn't get paid.
Didn't get paid.
let's say, for example, we were going, I don't know where we're going, but let's say we were going to Nashville, Austin, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Fine with either one of those, by the way.
Totally. I would say, like, and let's say we did have a producer with us. Let's say we had Fontana with us, right? Now he's really fucking rock hard. But, like, let's say we had Fontana with us, keeping our squares. I say these days, you get a fucking Airbnb. If you're going to go on a big trip with the boys, get an Airbnb. It's a way better time than the fucking hotels.
Hotel room
Because then
stuff.
you're all sitting in the same hotel room, and then you're all going down to the bar to meet.
Couldn't agree more. So we did I've only done like an Airbnb with the boys once, and it was, I looked at my time
That was
off
Florida,
today.
right?
Yeah, it was in Miami.
Yeah.
And it was right up, it wasn't the main strip, it was a strip right behind it. It was like 3 floors, there was 7 guys, we all had our own bathroom, own bedroom, and it was, if not cheaper, it was equal as a
Yeah.
fucking hotel.
Yeah.
You bought food, let's not kid ourselves, we didn't cook in there. We slept there, we fucking woke
Yeah.
up, had drinks there in the afternoon, and then went to the beach
That's
or wherever.
it. Yeah.
That's what you need to do. If
Yes.
you're in one of those places.
It builds the fucking vibe.
You know where else?
What I mean?
You know where else wouldn't be a bad place to go for a fucking travel city?
Where?
Denver,
I'm up for whatever.
dude. Denver.
I
is
think
a,
Denver would be sick. I've never been there.
I've never been to Denver
been
or Austin.
Denver
Yeah.
is a fun, dude. I'm fine with either one. I'm telling you, Denver is like a sneaky, extremely fun town.
I would love to go.
Yeah,
Extremely
Denver
fun
sounds
town.
like I would sweat less. than
Well,
Austin.
yeah,
Yeah, but
probably.
you'd breathe heavier because the altitude.
That's all right.
I
I've
walked
been
my
working
brother's
out.
dog around the block. I know I talked about it. And I was out of breath.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Like a Sherpa.
It was fucking brutal. I'm like, what's happening to me? What is happening?
We definitely can't bring Andrew Fontana out there.
No, you
Austin's
cannot.
gonna be rough for him too.
He'll be fine. He like feed him some barbecue. He'll be good. A couple
Austin-
espresso martinis.
Like, you call
Austin's
this
dry.
a fucking espresso?
Couple
you ever heard of
espresso
an Italian?
martinis. He's definitely coming.
Oh my God, he is riding a high right now.
He's in.
Guys,
Clocky's
I
gonna
quit.
come too. We're gonna figure it out. Anyways, all right. So I think you gotta get the Airbnb. If you're doing a golf weekend, you get the Airbnb.
Yep.
Now, as a guy who's done a lot of golf weekends, like I've done a lot of Myrtle Beach trips, done a lot of Hilton Head trips with my dad. Recommendation with the ones I did with my old man, like I've talked about this before. I think not on the show, but like, and my father would definitely, I think, would admit this. But like, I went for his 60th. We went me, him, and his buddy, Danny O'Neill, who used to be the chief of police in Melrose, and then we went for his 70th. Right. The 60th birthday was like we would play golf. Someday we played 27. We go out for dinner. Then the Celtics were in the playoffs, I think, and we'd watch playoff basketball. And we get drunk off, like, we'd bring home fucking grain alcohol slushies from this place. Me and Danny O'Neill would smoke those things down. My dad would drink beers. We'd get drunk, and then, like, at 11, we'd go to sleep. We'd wake up and play golf, right? The next time when he was 70, I mean, time waits for no man.
Right.
Anybody will admit that. I'm, like, this weekend I had diverticulitis. I'm thinking about shaving my head because I'm getting bald. All right? It just happens, all right? It was naps every day for the fucking, for my dad and Danny. It was a very different, like, it said 10 years went by. It was like, I was like, at one point, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go out by myself. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are gonna just fucking
You're
watch
watching fucking-
Columbo and go to bed. You know what I mean?
Mash.
MASH. Dude, me and Sean Latham were going back and forth on this DM about MASH. He put up this thing about SpongeBob. It was like SpongeBob in a bed, like with his eyes swirling. It was like when your parents turned on MASH when you were a kid. Dude, when my parents turned on MASH, I didn't even know what suicide was, and I wanted to fucking go do it. Like, it was just
Quick
fucking
toaster
brutal.
bath.
Yeah. So that's what I would say.
Can
I would
steal
say
a Nuna?
yes,
You want
but I
one
would
of
say
No, I'm good. I'll take
I
one
would
of
say this. I would say if you go with the boys, right? Expect to play garbage golf.
those. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't have a choice.
real quick. Shout out 2 seconds. Flying the green. My buddy
Yes.
John Knockel.
Yes, dude.
My buddy John Knockel, who listens to this.
Hey, he's
I
creeping
think.
up on Dave Sweeney, fucking, as far as like being our number one guy.
Oh, he's a fucking. He lives around the corner. And I talked behind his back when he came in to pick up the recording equipment. And I offered him a beer. He didn't have one. And I told everybody in the neighborhood about it, and they all busted his balls. And I'm like, you should have had that beer. Anyways, great guy. Fucking really knows the shit about golf. He's got a buddy. They do a golf gambling podcast where they give out picks, and I provided some of the equipment. No big deal, but kind of big deal. And it's awesome. Flying the Green. It's definitely on Spotify. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I think I shared it the other day. I'll share it again this week.
It was on your story.
Yeah,
that's how I saw it.
Kid has good picks though. Like he's like knows his shit.
Yeah, you said that.
Like he'll send me a DM and be like, take this. Like he knows what he's doing.
Was he the one who put you onto Brooks Koepka that time, and then?
No, that was me because I'm a genius, and that was me that put me onto Keegan Bradley, which I reminded him because I took Keegan in the Open. He's like, bad pick. I'm like, dude, I just won $2,000 on the kid. So
a couple weeks in a row, you were crushing it.
Yeah, I was not anymore.
And I was like. When is Brendan going to text me with these things?
Right.
Dude, it's like,
hey, boys, here's what you want to do.
It's always the fucking last minute. But anyways. So
meanwhile, I'm out there picking Ricky Fowler.
Yeah.
Dude. They end up winning, though.
Dude.
Big P hats.
Dude, all right, you see I have a Bill Haas bobblehead? Yeah. That's because that's the last time I won a golf bet. That was in fucking like 2015. All right? So, like, don't expect that I really know what I'm doing. I've just bet it every week for like fucking 8 years. Anyways, it's hard to win a golf bet.
Pro tip. You want to hear a pro tip?
Yes.
T-Law, MVP this year. Trevor Lawrence, MVP.
Really?
Yep.
Where are you getting your inside information?
Jacksonville, Super Bowl.
Wow. You heard it here with Fitzy. Wait till we do.
Bobby Froyo's going to have a heart attack.
Time will tell.
Oh, I want to tell you this real quick.
I'm all in on Jacksonville. Doug Peterson. They go.
This is why some people can't listen to this show, and I get it. It's because we just started talking about testosterone building weekends. Now I'm going to tell a story about the other day. I was sitting in the car with Tommy, and he's like, I can't wait for football to start. Yeah. Watch fucking NFL on Sundays.
7 Sundays
and I go,
away.
Can I give you a tip? He goes, what? I go,
watch it on Saturdays where real men play.
I need to give you a little Street and Smiths type of action. You can get yourself familiar with the college football. So then mom's not getting mad. Mom's not getting mad at me when I want to watch college football on Saturday.
Right. Here's a fucking testosterone day. Here's a fucking testosterone day for you. All right. You wake up Saturday. This is what I've already counted down the days. I made a status about it. That first college game day Saturday, 9 a.m. is when college game day is on. Lee Corso's on his way out.
Yeah.
If that wasn't his last episode, he ain't making it past his year, and I love the guy. I'm gonna cry when he dies. I watch this show religiously every Saturday if I'm not working. Right. You start at 9 a.m. You watch nonsense. You watch that nonsense show, which is great, with the signs for 3 hours.
Yep. I get bored with it.
Oh, you're crazy.
I get bored with it.
Dude,
just keep going.
The camaraderie of college football, of like where kids actually want to fucking get that contract. They're not holding out for fucking shit.
I agree.
I understand the transfer portal is out of this world right now.
I don't like that part.
It's a lot. They gotta dumb it down somehow, but neither here or there. That show gets me going, and then you have a nooner game, right? Yep. 9 times out of 10, it's a top 25 game. Then you go to a 3 o'clock game, which is usually another top 25 game, and then you get the fucking prime time at 7. Dude, I am on the couch like this all day. I would watch.
I love it.
Bunker Hill Community College play Roxbury Community College and fucking college before I would watch the Pats. That's me. I just love the whole, like the student.
Oh, now that Tom Brady's going.
The student section.
You're the biggest Brady fucking stooge ever in the world.
No, Tom Brady's still the greatest human ever.
I know, but I'm saying, like, is this now or back when Brady was playing?
See, you didn't know me then. I'm still a college fan.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, do you feel the same way then that you feel now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
No,
like, you'd rather watch Notre Dame than the Pats?
Yes.
Okay.
But Tom Brady changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, he changed my life.
Yeah.
I remember I remember going up and down the street with pots and pans when we first won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My aunt told me to do it. She was like, this is what we do when we celebrate. I'm like, I don't know how to celebrate. I have no idea.
Yeah, we haven't won in a while.
We haven't done shit.
This is not going to stay in my head if I don't say it. I think I forgot to mention this last week that maybe I said it. I could have. We got high with Jumptown. I am pretty sure that the guy who called in as fake Dave Russo is Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty sure. Like, I went back and listened to it again. I think it's Doctor Strange. And I fucking love it. Doctor Strange, I can't wait to buy for you. This is like, now college football season's even better. Because now it means Bobby Froyo is calling into the show on a regular basis. He's Doctor Strange is calling shit down his throat.
Yep.
It's like, and college football and fucking regular football's on. It's fucking awesome.
College football is too much for me. There's too many teams. There's too much stuff.
I love it.
I have no affiliation to any team.
See, I like Ohio State.
I'll watch Notre Dame when they're on.
Yeah.
If I see a game, I'll watch Notre Dame. Ohio State, I have a couple people that I know from Ohio that are big into Ohio State, but I'll also watch Michigan just to fuck with them.
No, but that's fine.
Yeah,
That's why I love.
But what I'm saying is, it's too much. There's too many
All right,
teams.
can I
like
keep
it.
up with.
Do you have HBO at home?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a documentary, and there's a bunch of them. Like I know you don't watch the 30 for 30s, and I've given you 1,000 to watch already.
But I don't have ESPN Plus.
But you have Disney.
But I watched the other day. I have Sling. The other day,
Yep.
ESPN had on Muscles, the Gladiator thing.
Oh, it was
right?
awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
great.
I started watching it. Right.
4 episodes.
It was 2 hour-and-a-half episodes, and halfway through the second episode, ESPN3 cut away from 30 for 30 and played Summer League NBA basketball, and I wanted to punch my fucking computer screen.
Yeah, that'll do
Why
it.
would you do that?
Yeah.
No one wants to see that.
No.
I don't want to watch regular season NBA.
Yeah.
Dude, that's been happening
Never
with
mind fucking
Dude,
Summer
that's
League
been happening
NBA.
with the PGA Tour golf.
Yeah.
Where it's been like going away and you're watching a fucking F1 race or something
Yeah,
like that.
I was
fucking
pissed. So I didn't get to finish it. I watched the Netflix version of Muscles and Mayhem thing, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
But someone said,
That's what I thought you were talking about originally.
You got to watch the 30 for 30 because the 30 for 30 is from the perspective of the scumbag guy that ran the whole
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The 30
porn
for,
dude?
Yes. He's an Elvis impersonator. Who's,
Yeah, and he just loves. He's like, I love.
Oh
porn.
no! Well, that's the producer. The guy that invented Gladiators is like an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
if
they did talk about him. Yeah,
If you
yeah.
watch the 30 for 30, it's all from his point. It's a sanctioned documentary.
Oh, okay.
Netflix is a non-sanctioned documentary that just talks to like the main gladiators that got fucked out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to watch both of them.
Okay.
I need to finish it because NBA Summer League came on and I couldn't finish it.
So
And you got so engrossed in it that you couldn't turn your eyes away.
So you need to watch The Rivalry. That's the name of it on
Is that the
HBO.
Army Navy one?
Nope. It's Ohio State, Michigan.
Okay, yeah.
And it goes through like how they became a rivalry and like the legit hatred.
What's the one with the tree? Chop the tree down.
That's my favorite 30 for 30, besides the Red Sox one.
Yeah.
That guy like went to jail.
Yeah.
That's War Eagle Roll Tide.
That's crazy.
Is that those are only on ESPN or those are on Disney?
No, so the rivalry one I just told you about, that's on HBO. You can watch that tonight.
All right.
It's fucking
I mean,
awesome.
I'm not gonna watch it tonight.
It's awesome though. It's like made in like
It is
2004, but then the fucking Auburn, Alabama one is just. I mean, you want to talk
It
about
is.
like
It's intense.
Israeli and Palestinians.
100%,
they
dude.
hate
That's
each
how
other.
bad it is.
Yeah.
yeah, it's on Disney.
No, there's only a couple 30 for 30s that go on. You can look it up, see if it pops
Yeah.
up. But you could probably get it on fucking YouTube right now.
If you, by the way, real quick with the back to the Halloween party thing again, we'll announce how much it's going to be in the next like month.
Sure.
So like I expect to have tickets on sale by September. Let's just say that.
And me and Brendan, I know Fitzy, you're just on, but we've talked about it. We already know where the money's going this
Yeah.
time. Same idea. Like
Going right
it's
now, fucking pockets,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. You know those
It's all
fucking
going to
minis.
charity.
Wait a minute, you guys are getting paid for this?
You know those mini splits Brendan just got? Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
exactly. It's all going to charity. By the way, we got a big pop on when I posted the pictures the other day.
Yeah.
People were like, this is sick. Like I said, Square and Mall Golf
Yeah.
was on there. First picture.
then-
Who did I put up in the first picture with us?
And Sally.
She's fucking super fan,
Yeah.
and she's looking like a dime in there.
I know.
She's looking fucking.
Little snackaroo.
She's looking
and
fucking super hot. I'll tell you right now. I'm sending this out to Mary Ellen White. Now, sorry, married name is Gray. She's a Corker. She's
just all colors?
Liz and
White,
Mary
gray?
Ellen.
White to gray.
No, but I'm saying like she's gonna come to this one. She's a Corker. We're gonna be there. And by the way, I can't wait to see what people come up with this year. You know what I mean?
It's all movies.
People would, like we
All
gave
movies.
Kevin O'Neill the fucking prize last year because it was almost like we all know what happened. I mean, Optimus Prime was insane.
It was nuts.
But the reason I didn't give him the prize was that he already had the costume in existence. Kevin O'Neill made that for this fucking event, right?
Yep.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
he was out. I saw him on Facebook the other night. He was out with like friends, the Patches.
He went to fucking
He was at Kowloon the
Stevie
other
B concert, dude. He
Unbelievable.
went to Stevie B.
All right, so
it
next-
was him and a whole bunch of single mothers that fucking used to.
Doesn't sound horrible.
Well, he was there with his wife. but-
What else do we have for testosterone weekend type stuff? Guy stuff. I got one.
I mean, I
got one
don't.
too.
I don't know. Weekends, I'd say Vegas. if you're going like whole weekend, you just go to Vegas with
I
the
think
boys.
I'm done with
gambling.
Vegas now that I've been to Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's awesome. I mean, I've never
The
been
flight to fucking Vegas is so long.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but you know what? Like,
I've never been to Vegas with my boys or Nashville with my boys. Everywhere I go with my wife.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've
Your
been
wife's
to-
fine.
I've
You know
been
what I
to
mean? She's
I've been
awesome.
to Vegas and Nashville with my wife, and it was fucking awesome both times.
I was at Vegas for a bachelor party. It was only 4 of us, and 4 days was too long for Vegas for me. I'm not
it's too much.
I'm not a gambler. I did the bare minimum gambling, but we went to all the clubs. Dude, I still spent in 4 days. Say
$1 billion, yeah.
Say $500 I spent in gambling. I still spent $4 grand, $3
Yeah,
grand.
of course. Yeah.
Just the bare minimum. Wolfgang Pucks, by the way, out there sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Fuck
I agree
you.
with Yeah. He's a fraud.
Oh God.
Total
He's
fucking
like,
fraud.
here's this ribeye, and I'm like, this is fucking Salisbury steak encore, buddy.
This is 2 medallions at Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, $26
Hey,
anywhere.
fucking Cheesecake Factory's eating your lunch, Wolfgang Puck. All right, I'll give you one that you haven't thought of probably, but and I only thought of it because it was something that I never would have done. It just happened to be. So I used to work, the first place I worked at. Oh, by the way, the kid who used to work for me, Matt Clow, is a Patreon member. He got a story about me when I hired him at the sales company that he told me that I forgot about, probably because it's so cringeworthy that I said this to him because I thought I was a big swinging dick, that I erased it from my memory, and he brought it back up to me. I'm like, I want you to call in, and I want you to fucking leave that in the voicemail, because even though it makes me look like I was a dickhead when I was like 30 years old, which I was, I'm like, people need to hear this, but I'll let him do it when he leaves the voicemail. So when I worked at the first sales company I worked at, recruiting company, this kid Pete was from New Hampshire. One day he's like, we're gonna go up to my parents' house, and then we're gonna go like skeet shooting. He was a trash New Hampshire person, not like a fucking my type of person, right? Our type of people, not like some fucking on the lake fucking type of dude. You know what I mean? Going to Exeter or whatever. This dude was like a trash New Hampshire person. Parents' house was decent, but looked like people added on shit to it all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Looked like they just like used whatever wood they had to like add on to this house. Had rooms that didn't match up and shit. Anyways, he's like, I'm picking you up at fucking 6 in the morning because we're skeet shooting at fucking 8:30. I'm like, all right, awesome. The night before, I was living in Salty at the time. Actually, like, ended up getting super fucked up. Ran to buddies I hadn't seen before. Went back to their house. I was there till 4. 6, he's shaking me, right? And I'm like, he's like, he came in, got in the house, shaking me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, and I usually answer the bell. But I was fucked. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And we were staying up there that night. But anyways, first thing we do, we go fucking ski shooting. And I'm like, all right, I don't think I'd shot a gun at that point. Like, maybe I'd shot 22, like, when I was a kid, like, at my buddy's cabin or whatever. But, like, I hadn't shot a shotgun, ever. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. Have you ever done ski shooting?
It's great. Never. No.
It
I've
is-
never shot a shotgun.
Me neither.
We're doing it. It's fucking unbelievable. So
In Austin.
So here's the best thing. Yeah, here's the best thing. So we do it. Anyways, we ended up staying up, played cards with his buddies. But like we ski shot. He used to work at the place. So the guy who ran the place, this old dude, like loved him. So he like let us like he was like just let us have the run of the place. There was no time limit, nothing like and
Run of the mill.
And he was no like babysitting you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you show up, you're like, yeah, no shot shotgun.
Yeah.
Guy's gonna be like, guy was like, here's how you cock it, here's
And
how
I'm
you
from-
shoot it.
and I'm from
That's a fucking
Massachusetts.
like find it out. So I liked it so much that like me and my like I was like, hey, I said to my buddies, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm like, you gotta come up here and do this, right? So it was my buddy, I think it was my buddy Bakes, it was a handful of us, and my buddy Chafe, R.I.P., passed away a couple of years ago, like this month, had a heart attack. He was the best natural athlete you've ever seen. I had ever seen in my life when we were kids. Just unbelievable. He was like Larry Bird. He looked like movie slow motion. Nobody could catch him. Like Randy Moss style, right?
Yeah.
Like great white hope type of kid, right? Reluctant, fucking tremendous athlete.
Randy,
So
was,
he-
Randy
so-
was a little darker.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, well, I was saying Bird, you know, great white hope. But he was so natural and everything. But when you get out of, like, when you stop playing basketball in high school and baseball and shit, you're just not doing anything. So you forget about that. You know, you forget, like, it's like, oh, you haven't seen somebody do, like, their fucking superpower in so long. So anyways, my buddy's like, oh, here's the shotgun, gives it to him, and, like, fucking...
He's like, bang.
Dude, it was insane. And like,
Snaps to it.
my buddy Bakes goes, dude, just watch his gun follow. Like, he goes, I don't even know if that's a term.
Yeah.
He goes, but when he goes, like, when you see the thing come out, he's like, he's like a robot. It's like a video
Hand-eye
game.
coordination.
Unbelievable. Just But the guy who ran the place was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, look at this
guy.
guy.
Could be like a competition fucking shooter.
Love that.
We were talking about
it was
this
a great time.
the other night at my friend's house because there's a 10-year-old girl who's on like this junior Olympics team for swimming.
From Reading?
From Reading, going
Yeah.
to Iowa to perform in junior Olympics against other junior Olympian swimmers,
shit.
right? Now, if you never get into a fucking swimming pool, if you never go to a shooting range, how do you find out if
You'd
you're
never
good
know.
at this shit?
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's such a wild thing to be. And I
Well-
mean, obviously, I'm from Somerville, so like we didn't have like Olympic swimming pools to go swimming pool
Or
in.
shooting ranges.
Or shooting
Well,
ranges.
different
anywhere.
kinds of shooting ranges.
Yeah. They weren't legally sanctioned by anyone. But you know what I mean? It's such an odd thing to be good at and be recognized and go further and progress.
I agree.
Because who knows? You could be good at that. You could be good at that. I could be. You could.
So my buddy who passed away, his wife's from Somerville.
Yeah.
And they live in Somerville. And his oldest son looks just like him. The only difference is instead of playing basketball, this kid decided to play hockey, and he's a fucking stud. So he played for Somerville High in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
And I think it was the leading goal scorer, and he was like, I'm not leaving Somerville. As well as like,
It's tough.
she's like,
Yeah.
she's like,
Terrible.
well,
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
well,
Belmont Hill,
but you know how it is.
Better
You get with your
program,
boys
yeah.
or whatever.
No, I know.
Fucking go to BCI. They like sent him a fucking sweatshirt and like basically a fucking verbal hand job, and this kid's like, yep. And anyway, so we'll be looking out for him. But
So he's
my
going,
buddy that
he's
was
going to BCI.
yeah, he's going to BCI.
Nice.
So my buddy was nasty at everything. At my buddy's we only balled small ball as a kid. I mean, you did the state bowl. I bowled small ball, right?
Yeah.
That's all we had.
Candlepin.
Candlepin was all we
Yeah.
had, right?
Yeah.
I never
Shout out to Ryan's Family Amusements.
didn't even know what a big ball was really. Like, do you
mean,
know that there's only?
I know.
But do you know? Do you know there's only?
Elephant tail.
You know there's only like 2 other places like, and it's like in like Idaho or it's in,
Yeah,
like,
we're a very
Nebraska
small.
or
What,
something. So it's in
Candlepin?
South
Yeah,
Dakota or
really?
Wisconsin.
I didn't know
that
that.
has Candlepin.
No, I didn't know
There's like
that.
2 lanes.
I remember
Yeah.
watching fucking, like when fucking cartoons was off.
Oh.
PG.
Oh, yeah, on Saturday
Dude, I
morning.
showed
Yeah,
you-
dude.
Yeah.
I think
100 miles an hour, just fucking
Yeah.
rifling candle.
I showed you the video of my buddy Richie Queen's mama was like on the Sunday show every week.
Dude.
At Lois Queen, they go. Lois Queen picks up the 1-9. Is that what it is? When you have the full
The
split,
hottest one, yeah.
and she goes down. She releases the ball. This is a woman of like just fucking Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and the ball is halfway down the lane.
She
just
turns
goes like
around?
this. She just turns around. She just goes,
Yeah.
and the thing just goes, boom. It's like
Right
the
on.
hottest dick energy you've ever seen in a
Yeah.
fucking like a 6-year-old woman.
She was just raised on liver and
Yeah.
onions.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, real quick, we went to my buddy's bachelor
B&M
party.
baked
It was
beans.
it was at King's. It was at King's, right? It was me, Josh the Ironworker, my buddy Bakes, my buddy Chafe, who passed away, and a bunch of other guys. And it's big ball. And he goes, I go, dude, I've never, like, he was my best friend growing up. And I go, I've never bowled big ball. And he goes, I've never done it either. And fucking, I look over and he's like winding up, and my buddy
Bowled
Bakes
a
goes, he
300.
goes, here you go, Pete Weber over here. Fucking like,
Who do you think you are?
dude,
I am.
kids just dropping strikes left and right. That was the best ever because we got so fucked up at Kings that Josh the Ironworker was cocked. And he was up on the
No
table,
way.
and he was
Yeah.
yelling. And so
Shocker.
what we didn't know is that, like, when you leave a bar like that, it was a bachelor party. And we were walking down the street. They have already called every other bar, so like we couldn't get into
Not
any
getting in.
bars. Like they were like, nope. They just saw like they had a picture of us, like basically
Oh,
on the
that's
wall.
awesome.
Yeah. But anyways, well, skeet shooting. If you get the chance to do, we'll do it sometime, dude. I'm telling you, would fucking love it. It's so
That's-
much fucking fun. Because they'll do it and they'll make it like so for us, right? They give you a bigger spread because like and it gets easier to hit it, right? Like whereas like if you're in a competition, I'm sure it's like really tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's shooting slugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of
yeah, we'll be
buckshot
shooting like
or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be casting a net like this big
Yeah.
over the fucking thing.
You go to the fucking National Grid tank in Dorchester.
Yeah.
Hit that thing, will you?
What are any other ones?
Yeah. Well, it's not going to beat yours, I don't think. That's pretty fucking masculine. But we've talked about it, and I think we talked about like what happened after on the Patreon before.
Yep.
But I think, and I don't even do it anymore, but I think you should have a fantasy draft at a strip club.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do that.
But it's extremely fun, and it's cool when you get like the strippers involved. That like to help you out.
I'm gonna clip
Putting the
that.
stickers-
Hold on, I'm gonna clip
Yes.
that.
Stickers
Hold
up?
on, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip just
Like
that.
Vanna.
I'm gonna clip
Yes.
just
Yeah.
that clip of audio. It's
in.
cool when you get the strippers involved, to help you out. I'm gonna clip just that. That's gonna be a clip.
But
I wish Vine was still around.
dude, Vine was the best.
Vine was awesome.
Vine was so good, and now TikTok.
Now we're stuck
like,
with fucking stupid reels.
Yeah. But dude, we did it like a lot of years, and then I think we were talking about a bit. Fuck it, I don't really give a shit. We actually hired the strippers to come to my buddy's.
Yeah, we talked
garage.
about Patreon, but yeah.
And they just came and did the same exact thing, but at his garage.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
So awesome.
I'm disappointed I never thought of it.
Yeah.
And I don't do fantasy football anymore, but
I
think,
retired as well.
I think if you,
been
we have a
3
lot
years.
of people in this. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Glenn wanted, Bobby Froyo was so mad that I didn't want to do it last year. Pussy, faggot, blah, blah, blah. Like, called me everything under the sun.
The hot tea.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
that's what he
hot
said.
tea.
He said it, he said it.
We just drafted. We just
hot tea.
We just grabbed a guy. The Patriots. We just grabbed a guy. Fagot.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate name for a child.
Yeah.
I think it's French. I think it's
Fagot?
Fagot.
Fago?
Yeah.
Like the ICP
But
drink.
yeah.
Fago?
Yeah,
root beer,
Fago.
yeah.
By the way, you want to talk about type of people that go to fucking Old Orchard Beach? Fucking ICP tattoos up your fucking ass.
Hey,
Dude.
yeah.
You ever went to an ICP concert?
The Juggalo?
No,
you have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, where?
I think it was at the Worcester Palladium. I might have been 11 years old. It wasn't my
Who
first.
took you there?
It wasn't my first. It wasn't my first concert, right? But my sister, my Bible thumping sister, had a friend's son who was like a massive fucking juggalo. The kid was mad cool,
Juggalo.
but like he loved them, and he was from Chelsea. I'll
Yeah.
never forget it.
course.
Kid, his name was Eric, and we were cool forever. And then it was my birthday, and ICP had a show, and he was like, "Hey, I have an extra drink. You want to go?" You know, I'm rolling off a high of going to fucking the Rough Rider Cash Money tour.
Yeah.
DMX coming out of the fucking sailing in a cage with two
Spoiler
pit bulls.
alert. It ain't the same thing.
It's not the same thing. These dudes, first off,
They were
he's like,
living off of Eminem back
he
in
goes,
the day.
he goes, I'm going down to the pit. I'm gonna sit right here in
Yeah,
these cushy
yeah.
couches.
Good luck.
You know? And they're just taking Fago and just bouncing them off the fucking stage. It was a very, very weird show. I didn't know any song.
Let me tell you this right now.
Everyone's wearing makeup. I'm like, what? You can go up to a bar and be like, yeah, I'm 21.
I'm 21.
You know,
Hold
like,
up.
Let me tell you this right now. They're geniuses. I'll tell you why they're geniuses.
I don't disagree.
you got to see their interviews.
I've seen them. I've watched, dude, I'm fascinated by them. I've watched, there's a whole fucking documentary
Oh, yeah.
on the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
For the people at home, if you don't know what this is, the gathering of Juggalos takes place, I think, in Michigan, right?
Yeah, that's where they're from.
They're from Detroit.
Yeah, so it's in Michigan.
They're
and
like
it is,
fucking
I'm not-
hardcore dudes.
You're not talking about, what they did was they were like, okay, what is the one market that really hasn't been fucking catered to or been told it's okay to be you? White trash pieces of shit. That's basically that is the most of their market.
Absolutely.
And I'm talking white trash, like real trash people.
Yeah,
like,
we're talking-
not talking about.
We're talking like the trailer park behind town line looks like Wellesley to what we can talk
Like
about.
there's a part where guys like just rip my nipple off, like cuts his nipple off
Yeah.
at the concert. There's people fucking in the fucking, like, gross people just fucking each other
What's
everywhere.
the dude that does TikToks recently where he's like, fuck this shit?
Oh my
and
God.
jumps off
Yeah, yeah.
into the.
This is for my
all
Juggalos and
Juggalettes. And he jumps into.
You never seen this?
No.
Oh, dude.
His name is the Superhuman.
Yeah, superhuman.
Jumps into what?
Anything. Bob Wire.
Bob Wire.
Tax.
Microwaves. TVs, like
Everything.
crushed on a table in
I
just
hope-
glass and tacks and
Don't
metal.
try this at home. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Well,
and he
well-
just fucking jumps in, and he has a body of melted ice cream.
Yeah.
It's just fucking gross,
Oh,
dude.
God. That's what a Juggalo looks like. A
100%.
Juggalo looks like.
He has a neck beard.
Let's put
He
it this way.
has-
Yeah.
There's never been I watched the whole watching the gathering of the Juggalos, I would say is like watching a real horror movie. It's like it's kind of sad, I think. But like it is there's not a good looking Juggalo in the fucking world.
Ever.
Like there's not a handsome nobody's like, that's a handsome Juggalo. You know what I mean? Like Brad Pitt's not a Juggalo.
Ryan Gosling's out there just going whoop whoop.
Yeah. Brad Pitt's not. Dude, I remember. Dude, this is how long they've been around though. I was in my dorm room, so
Good
I'm
for
fucking
them.
old.
Good
I'm
for them,
46, right? I was in my dorm room, and O'Malley goes, "I got this free like compilation CD they gave out like in the lobby. They used to do that sometimes." And he's like, "There's this fucking crazy song on there called Chicken Hunting." It was by. I don't know if that
ICP.
became a big hit. But it was
Yeah,
like,
it
who's
was.
going chicken hunting?
Yeah.
Like, we were like, what the fuck is this shit?
I couldn't name one of
But
their songs.
they made themselves
Yeah.
Millionaires.
Absolutely.
Now, if I looked out at all those people and it was like my show, I'd throw up on myself. I'd just be like, this is a fucking, you couldn't pay me enough. It's almost like being like.
They did this shit totally independent.
Dude, I have respect for them.
It's
but
crazy.
Like, what I'm saying is like, it's kind of like being a porn star. You can't go back from that. You know what I mean? It's like.
Nah, but like, imagine like waking up every day and paint your face.
Yeah, I can. It's called Paul Gentile when he goes to a Chiefs game, by the way. He does it all the fucking time. But no,
Hey,
like
that's
that
a Sunday.
though.
They go out on a they can't go out and fucking dude, it's insane. Like people call themselves like the Hatchet Men.
Dude, 100%.
Full blown cult.
And they're taking like
they were on FBI's wanted list.
yeah, like for being a cult or not a cult, a gang, or organized crime or something like that. Dude, they're taking the amounts of drugs these people are taking. When they say it melts your brain, imagine your brain was already slightly melting ice cream, and then you just put like a fucking heat torch on it.
Yeah,
like that's what's happening to these
You were
people.
starting before the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball before this started.
You were starting
now all of a sudden you're
you were
killing
behind the
brain
8 ball
cells.
before the 8 ball.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And then you're starting to kill.
I don't
kill
remember
more brain
one
cells.
song from them, but
No.
there was one lyric that and I'm gonna butcher it, but we're gonna look it up after us. And he was like, I like the way your titties shake, and if you look at me again, you'd look like Ricky Lake. Or something like that. And I was like, he just brought Ricky Lake into the
Dude,
fucking mix.
I think I'm gonna become a fucking.
I
I'm
tried
gonna
to,
become
at one point I tried to listen to them because
you
they
can't.
had, and I was like, this is just
like.
terrible.
Do you know how you actually get? You want to like?
You know, you have to say something nice about them. You know what I like about them? Their logos of their CDs.
They're white. I knew you were gonna say.
No.
that.
Yeah, those Caucasian motherfuckers. Their logos of their CDs, like they have like a.
Their branding was on point.
Dude, they sold-
They did what they did, and they.
I think they're great.
Yeah.
They're
Except
not
that they're
good.
Good for
horrible.
them. They're terrible.
They're
and-
so bad.
Like you know how like I'm always thinking about obviously like I like not that like
but
you
they had beef with Eminem and Kid Rock at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, because they were all from Detroit.
Right.
They're all.
Yeah.
But it was-
Talk about
area.
three
Yeah.
trash people. Three of the trashiest people.
Four, but
Yeah, four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, it's a classic. Like, that's like one family at
know what-
Christmas
you know
from
what-
like Lowell.
Yeah.
Like, just all
So
screaming at each other.
You know what does drive me nuts? So they call themselves like hip hop artists. Like you know what I
They're
mean?
not.
they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not hip hop artists.
And neither
They're
is
entertainers.
And neither is Kid Rock.
No, Kid Rock's a entertainer.
Yeah.
He's a Barnum and Bailey circus guy.
And
Eminem's a rapper.
Eminem's a very good rapper.
That said, you know how you like would blow up a podcast like this? Instead of going like, if you really wanted like we want to have fun and we want to have good times.
Yeah.
Like I'm old enough that that's the case.
Right.
But like if you really wanted to do it right, if you really wanted to fucking make this thing be like, oh, you want to get views? We would go to the gathering of the three of us would go to the gathering of the
Start
Juggalos.
interviewing people.
You should. With
Dude, Maggie would be like, I'm moving out. Like that's not happening. Like it's not fucking happening.
Christy be like, you're painting your face?
GoPro strapped to our chest.
What you mean? This doesn't make sense. Fucking white people.
Dude, I would run. I would never make it in there. I
No
couldn't.
chance.
I couldn't. I need a
I
tetanus
don't-
shot.
I don't wanna
I need
do
a
it
tetanus shot in the eye. Like before I went in there.
I don't know if they have like the same following. They must. No, that's
they
a
do.
lie.
They have a
That's a lie.
massive following.
Yeah, but like, where do they play now? Like, they're not selling out the fucking Tweeter Center.
I just listened to fucking Jelly Roll on Rogan the other
What a
day.
guy.
Right? And Jelly Roll was like, he was like, what? I think he asked what the coolest or funniest thing or something like that. He's like, dude, I was at the gathering. Like, he's a trash person. I like him. I
100%.
love him.
And he was
Isn't
trying. His new song is like completely different than his whole entire career.
Yeah.
His whole entire career is just bad rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he puts out this.
Save Me,
Yeah,
and
this
then-
a couple songs of,
Yeah.
of like
Son of a
country
Sinner
basically.
and like all that stuff. Yeah.
Isn't his wife an absolute smoke show?
She was an
I have
escort.
no idea.
Well, so yeah, she
That's
is.
how you met her. Like, he wasn't like
Oh, he's
paying her.
Captain Sabo?
Oh, yeah. But he's like a trash person.
He really is.
But like, he's a good guy.
Listen,
Good
I-
for
By the
him.
way, I'm not.
Good
When
for
I say,
him.
I want to clarify. When I say trash person, you have to really read into the inflection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's words out there that mean different things to like different ways you say it.
Sometimes we're included
We're-
in
we're-
that.
Yeah, like I'm a trash person.
We're in the trust circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
We're not on
tattoos.
Patreon yet, though.
I have tattoos.
Of ICP?
No.
Jelly roll.
What tattoos on the face, man?
Oh yeah.
What are we doing?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
bad.
I know.
It's a bad look.
I got hand.
You know what they say,
I-
though?
a
that
lot of
don't-
people. A lot
that-
of people.
That
doesn't
never,
bother me.
that
Look down
never,
on that.
that never bothered me.
Yeah.
But
you
when
know
you get
what?
it on your face,
You know what they
I
say?
wouldn't do
and
it
I know a
face
bunch
They
of
say
people.
the
that-
psychology is that if you put that stuff, if you put tattoos on your face, it means that you don't like looking at yourself.
Yeah.
It's like a reflection of like the fact that you are still trying to like cover yourself up.
Yeah, but doesn't...
That's what the guy told me when I
All
went to
right,
get mine.
So here's a perfect example where I think it's absolutely bullshit. All right? Amber Rose, right? She might not be the most... She's very controversial. Do you know who Amber Rose is?
Bald
No.
chick.
Bald chick.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa's baby mother.
Okay.
Beautiful fucking girl.
Yeah.
And she got her son's name, I think, above her eyebrow.
I hate that.
It looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Immediately, like, first off, she's bald, like, on purpose. Like, she doesn't have, like, alopecia. She got a fade, right? Not my favorite thing. But she is absolutely, she was a model. Gorgeous girl. But then you got that on your front, and I'm like, I don't even look at her anymore.
By the way, we're giving the people some time tonight, which I like.
I don't give a
We're
fuck.
I have to say this. You told me this one time that, like...
Well, we do have to talk about one more thing before we go to Patreon.
We're not going anywhere yet. You told me this one time, Fitzy, where you're like, it's not a big deal for people who get tattoos to get another tattoo. Like, it's just not a big deal.
Yeah.
But
true.
I saw somebody on Facebook the other day. He's like, hey, looking for an idea, getting a new tattoo. Got any ideas? It's like, you know when I ask questions like that? Like when I want an Italian sub. Not when I want
not for a
artwork on my
tattoo.
body. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, who's got the best lemon meringue pie in Massachusetts? Not like, oh, hey, I want to get permanent ink on me. What do you think?
What do you think? Praying
Bonnie from-
hands?
Bonnie
Only
from-
God can judge me?
Yeah.
Tupac special.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, how about that?
Rosaries. What?
Tupac?
They fucking went through that guy's house or whatever. They served a warrant or
But
something?
they already knew that, though.
Oh, really? That's old news?
It was the dude's
I
uncle.
didn't hear any of this.
So they raided the uncle's house of the dude that claimed to kill Tupac, but the dude's dead.
Okay. Was it?
He
You
died.
remember the
So it doesn't matter
documentaries,
anyways.
right? About that? Was it a blood
hit?
or a crypt or something?
Yeah, but I'll take another nooner if you don't
You
mind.
got it, buddy.
I don't remember the kid's name, but he's definitely dead. And for whatever reason, they like went to and raided this guy's house in Vegas, like 15 miles away from the Strip.
For what? How many years later?
Yeah, what could they find?
95?
Yeah.
20, almost 20. Oh my God, more than that. Almost 30 years.
Yeah, 25, 24.
We got to start a podcast, Beef.
Who?
I don't know.
Since we're talking about all this,
Controversy?
yeah, but controversy and
Trash people and ICP.
trash people and
ICP.
different.
Can we call this
walks of
episode
life.
Insane Clown Posse.
ICP 69?
Yes. yeah, definitely.
Different walks of life and everything. And I heard the viewers were like, "You got to add someone different than you guys."
Yeah.
So you guys went out and bought an Irish Catholic dude to your fucking podcast.
That's right.
You did.
Yeah.
You listened to the people. and you were like, let's go.
They're like, you need something with a, you need
need
variety.
Totally different.
yeah.
Let's get a
We need to
Fitzy.
change up.
By the way, you know,
get a
I
Fitzy.
mean, you know, I know people, like the diversity manager in the office is going to be bullshit at me and Danny for this.
That's all right.
This
Yeah,
hiring.
but listen,
We're bringing a Fontana in for behind the scenes.
That's
it
true.
doesn't matter when we're all volunteers. They can't talk shit.
right.
Once we start getting paid, they'll be like, "All right, this is bullshit."
yeah, exactly. They don't give a fuck now.
Yeah.
So you said one more thing you want to talk about before we go to Patreon.
I made it known on Facebook, social media, whatever. I made them.
yes, dude, we are late for this.
We are late for this.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
this is
we should have
huge.
talked about this up front.
I
No,
know.
I
No,
wanted
but this
to-
is
I
huge.
wanted to wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
To wait. But
The real listeners are here for it.
Craig, our guy,
Yeah. Oh, but free ad. Extra effort hockey.
free ad.
Reed Huntley trusts his goalie like rearing skills.
Yep.
To Craig and the team. There you
Craig's
go.
got his fucking hands in everything, baby.
He does.
But Craig reached out to me, and this was like 2 weeks ago. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, I want to do a fundraiser, comedy fundraiser. Would you mind hosting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd do that. You know what I mean? I think I can handle that."
Yep.
And then I remember what Russo said, and he was like, "I like host now, and like I still do my jokes, but I introduce people."
Yeah.
I was like, and he was like, "I'm gonna bring," and I don't even know. I honestly have no idea if he asked Russo yet, but he's like, "I'm gonna bring in Russo, you, Sean O'Brien, and my cousin Joey Voices."
Yep.
And I said, "All right." And then I texted him one day, and I was like, "Hey, I'm not opposed to hosting." I said, "But I think I would be better right now to do a set instead of keep getting up on stage."
Yeah.
Not that I couldn't do it,
No, you can do it.
but I think
Well, I want to see the set.
I want to do a set. It's a little selfish, but a little bit more like what I want to do right now. And he was like, "I'm cool with that." So he reached out to, and I'm getting there, it's a build-up. He reached out to Prince Pizza, Giggles Comedy Club.
Owned by
Lenny
Lenny
Clark's
Clark's
brother.
brother.
And, I mean, anybody in Boston has performed there before.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a guy that went from fucking a brewery for the first time, and now he's
To
like...
the top. I mean, you're just the guy who went to the top.
Not to the top, but like... Craig asked me, he's like, do you want to do this? And I was like, you're fucking right, I do. So
You should be doing it. You're fucking great at it.
October...
I can't wait to see it.
I can't
Is
wait.
it 14th or 12th?
4th.
No.
7th.
No. It's either 12th or 14th. I got to look. It's a Thursday. So hold on. Stand
How do
by.
we get tickets?
That's still up. It's the 12th. It's the 12th.
It's the 12th.
So...
Did you tell Craig that me and Fitzy are going?
Oh, yeah. Don't you worry about it.
All right.
He actually said to me, and this is a quote, he goes, this is going to sell out in one day. And I said, I know this. He goes, I have to save at least 50 tickets for the actual hockey team's parents. And I said, that's fine.
Okay, but did he put this on sale already? I thought he said it was going tomorrow.
So that was the plan.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you off air why it's
Okay.
not.
All right,
it's
fine.
nothing bad.
Yeah,
It's still going on.
Yeah.
But Prince Pizza was like, when you rent this, we provide you with the comedians. Craig told him to shit in a hat.
Let's go.
He was like, I already got the guys. He goes, if you want like one or two, and then, do you remember what he said? He said that we're going to have a Pulling the Cork beforehand at
I mean, I'm up for it.
Giggles.
Yeah.
I'm with you too.
That's
This
just
is about
live-
your comedy night. Like, if it happens,
No,
great.
no.
Like, fuck it, whatever.
We're a fucking squad, pal. This is when our powers are combined.
That's right.
All right?
Superpowers.
I found out what me and Craig talked a lot. I talked to him today. And so this is like my first comedy set that like it's more than 10 minutes. And it's 2.5 months away.
I love it.
Guess who's nervous now?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Already?
How long? What are you doing? 15 minutes?
No,
20
it's
minutes?
probably like 15, 20. But like,
Yeah.
dude, Giggles is like,
Dude, it's
that's a good, Bill Burr was there.
dude. It's like when
Yeah,
it's like when
absolutely.
I got selected. You could apply to play at the Topsfield Fair, like your band.
Oh, yeah?
Have I ever told this story before?
No.
So I have a song that has Topsfield Fair in it, like a line and a throwaway line. And I'm like, I saw that they were like accepting bands, and I'm like, or I knew a guy who had a band that was playing there. I'm like, so this is like 8 years ago, and I'm like, I want to fucking do this. I want to play at the fucking Topsfield Fair. Like that's like to me, that's like the king of the North Shore type of thing. You know what I mean? So, anyways, we got accepted. The day it was piss buckets. Right, piss buckets, right?
Sounds like this.
So we were supposed to play outside, like by the fucking arcades. Like it was like gonna be like a really cool scene.
Yeah.
We played a quilt room. There were women in there fucking quilting. I'm not shitting you, dude. It's pouring buckets. There's 9 women quilting. Maggie, like I think I had 2 kids at that point. They're sitting there like shitting their pants, and like I'm like sitting up there being like, "This is the Topsfield Fair.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets." I'm not sure because I'm a trash person.
Can someone give me some apple cider donuts,
By the way,
please?
you know why I'm such a loser? Like that was like I was like, I'm
Oreos.
finally gonna get to play the fucking Topsfield Fair. Like some people are like, I'm making it to Hollywood. I'm
Hey.
like, I'm making it to Topsfield.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Give me an Angora bunny. I'm gonna make a sweater out of it. I'm gonna pet a sheep and I'm gonna play a fucking
Angela
song.
Lansbury's in the corner, fucking knitting a crochet Afghan.
So yeah, so that's
Brandon
my
made it.
That's my
October 12th.
I can't
October
wait.
12th. It's gonna be a blast.
I'm making a couple recommendations for some of the Patreon, the bigger fans of the show. My buddy William Howell is my fucking guy out in California. He's got the big beard. He's a cornhole guy. Crushes fucking beers on his head.
Another fucking top 5.
He's a fucking man. Text me today. Actually, maybe coming for work, but he's like, hey, if my kids don't have shit, he's like, I think I'm gonna come up for the party from California. I'm like, let's go. Here's what I want to do. I want like if you're from out of town, right? We got a lot of
Where's
bands
that
from out
guy
of town.
from Indiana?
Fucking Derek?
Yeah.
And Ashley?
Yeah.
We might be going away with me and Maggie might be going on vacation with them. So
Yeah?
I'm just kidding. But we might go the same weekend that they're going to Nashville. Like that's where we hung out. We were in Nashville. We met them. They're awesome. They're the best. Anybody from out of town, that goes for them. That goes for fucking John Bauman, Robbie Wright, all our
My
guys
brother
all over
Jimmy.
the country. So here's what I can promise you. If you want to come in town for the party, right? There's plenty of fucking cheap hotels around. You know what I mean? Or not super expensive hotels.
Conroe Lodge. You might see some shit there.
And listen, we will commit to you, right, that if you come in from out of town, me and Danny will take you around on Saturday. We'll go get drunk. We'll go
yeah.
fucking eat food. And Fitzy and me and Danny.
And we're not.
We'll
we're
go
not
out.
gonna,
We'll fucking crush
listen,
it.
we're not going to the tourist spots either.
No, we're going to
We're going to
you're
Coogan's.
You're gonna see some shit. All right, on this vacation. It's gonna be like going to the gathering of the Juggalos, but it's gonna be around the Malden area, basically. You know what I mean? But no, seriously, if you want to come from out of town, you should. Like, we'd love it. Brian Block, I got down fucking He might
Yeah,
be.
he's a beast too.
He's a
Beast.
top fucking guy.
Yeah.
He hit me up. He's like, how do I get it?
Every time I see the Squirrolio logo, I think of
Yeah.
him immediately.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's my guy, Ben, who's been following along.
Yep.
Ben, kid owns Squirrolio. He's going to be listening to this. My guy, Ben, he had the same job as me. I fucking love this guy. We became friends during, like, he sponsored our show. He's the most normal dude. He'd be like, I don't know why I'm doing this fucking Squirrolio thing. Like, he'd be doing chat all day. Dude worked his balls off, right? But they weren't making any money. But, like, it was a great idea. And, like, all of a sudden, like, I'm like, oh, this dude's going to be, like, a fucking millionaire. Like, he's going to sell this thing to, like, fucking whoever. ESPN for, like, $40 million.
Yeah.
But he's, like, the type of dude that, like, most people I know,
Would have
not
already sold
anybody
it?
here, no, but not people here. Most people I know just in general. If they got super rich like that, I would hate them. Like, I'd secretly kind of hate them.
Yeah.
He's the type of dude that you'd be like, yes. Because he's the type of dude to be like, I'll fucking fly you out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm rich now. Like, that's the type of dude he is. You know what I mean? It's like he'd be the best rich guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's my type of rich guy. So anyways,
That's my kind of rich guy.
Ben should fly out here too. He's the fucking best. All right. I think we did it.
That was a good.
That was a fucking...
Hey, Fitzy, welcome fucking aboard, buddy.
Yeah.
That was
you guys.
110 miles an hour inside fucking
Yeah.
fastballs.
We went everywhere.
That was literally,
We talked about Juggalos.
yeah, for a
Oh, yeah.
long time,
Yeah.
by the way. That's not going to end. That's going to be a running thing, I think. All right, we're going to move on to the Patreon.
Yes, sir.
If you are a member, you can meet us over there. Fitzy, welcome to the fucking team.
Thank you, boys.
We are
happy to be here.
Happy. Oh, last thing I'm going to say on this. The cool thing about this, too, is this. Now, like, going forward in the future, luckily, like, me and Dave made this thing work every week, except for last week, right? 69. No big deal. You know, sucking dick and eating bucks. But, like, you know,
And ass.
as we go forward, like, I'm going to teach, hopefully I'll teach you guys how to use this shit. And, like, if I have to go out of town for some reason or whatever, or you have to go out of town, or Fitzy has to go out of town, there's two of us here.
Three-man weave. Yeah,
Three-man
Yeah.
weave. There's two of us here to do it. You know what I mean? So if somebody can't make it that night, whatever. Not a big
Right.
deal. We carry the fucking boats for the other guys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, anyways, we love everybody who listens. We love the Fitzy's here. Cheesecake Factory gets a 6.8.
Last.
That's actually it's a fair score.
Gathering of the Juggalos gets a 10. All right. Peace.